Amber Cyprian, and they are here right now with me to talk us about what's coming up.
Thank you so much, Nick, for having me here. That was an excellent episode, by the way. I really enjoyed that. Also, it's Amber Cyprian. I'm going to get you there.
Oh, dang it.
Everyone gets one. Everyone gets one. But now you know. But no, thank you so much for having me here tonight, folks, on Passion Project. Like Nick said, you don't want to miss this because we're going to have not one, not two, not three, but 6 Sonic handheld platformers back to back to back. And here's the best part. We have a poll right now. You can determine what the first run of this 6-game marathon is going to be, whether it's Sonic 1 Game Gear or Sonic 2 Game Gear. And the games are very different, and especially as speedruns, they're very different. So get your votes in. That's going to be up for the next few minutes. Get your votes in now, chat. If you're on mobile, you might need a refresh chat. Definitely take a look at that. It's going to be a ton of fun. Kirby Master has been practicing for like months on all of these games and has been learning all of these handheld games to play all 16 of the main platformer Sonic games in one run. It's actually really cool. You're going to see the partial banner here. But the Sonic Handheld 16, he's going to do on his Twitch channel December 13th at 7 a.m. Eastern. That's going to be so sick over on Kirby Mass's channel. But enough about me right now. Nick, it's the first time I've been able to talk to you since you've been a showrunner. How are you doing? How's it been?
I am loving it. I mean, it's a late one. It's now 3 a.m. for me, but I can't think of anywhere I would rather be than right here doing this show. It's been a fantastic few. It's good to be back after quite an extended break with all of the different things that we've had to move around the schedule. But don't worry, you haven't got long until you see me again, because yes, back next Friday with the Canada episode. It's going to be great.
I'm really looking forward to that. Like, you've shown me what your plans are so far, and chat's going to want to tune into that. That's 7 p.m. Eastern next Friday, the 14th. Definitely keep an eye out for that. But, and I hope we can do this a little more often. This is really fun. And thank you, Nick, so much for this great show. The French showcase was amazing. I've worked with the Prince of Persia folks before. They're wonderful. Eraser and Antoine are wonderful runners of Prince of Persia. And also, name or nickname is my favorite Twitch name I've ever seen. Runners from like places that don't get a lot of time in the spotlight as often as they'd like. Like your show is a fantastic concept, and again, thank you so much for having me on. And I hope you get some sleep, because I know what time it is for you. I know what time. All right, thank you so much, Nick. Absolutely, thank you so much again, Nick. And we're going to start off strong with hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 54 of Passion Project. This is the speedrunning gaming variety show, and it encourages anyone and everyone in the speedrunning competitive gaming communities to showcase your passions in games. My name is Amber Cyprian. I will be your host tonight, and if you've got a passion project of your own, you can go to gdq.gg/hotfix, find the how section near the top of the page on how to get involved, and click the link to submit it to the show. So whether that's grinding speedruns, learning and routing new categories, or breathing new life into games in unconventional ways like Kirby Master's doing tonight, Passion Project is the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love the most in speedrunning and gaming. All right, before we get started with the showcase that I have planned for y'all tonight, we do have a couple of reminders. First and foremost, if you are curious on what's coming up on Hotfix, you can always check out this week's schedule over at gdq.gg/hotfix and explore our full season lineup at any time, along with submitting your runs. And if you're looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. Use !Discord in Twitch chat for an invite for more information. And also, tonight on Passion Project, like I said, if you are just coming in, we are featuring not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 6 different games back to back to back by one single runner. Our guest tonight is aspiring to complete his own passion project called the Sonic Handheld 16, which, like the Sonic 8 multi-game speedrun that we've had on the show a couple of times before, this project is going to go through all 16 main Sonic platformers on the handhelds back to back to back. Unfortunately, that full project is a little on the long side to be shown on the channel, but we're instead bringing you 6 titles featuring each of the unique systems throughout the run, starting with the audience's choice, as you can see from the poll in the chat at the top of chat if you're on PC or mobile. That's going to be the audience's choice of Sonic 1 or 2 on the Game Gear. So let me go ahead and introduce you to Kirby Master. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Kirby. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Amber. Yeah. So as Amber shared, this has been something I've been working on all year. This kind of started when I started game collecting like a financially responsible human being. And I'm like, whoa, these games are actually really fun. So my plan is in December is to do a speedrun of all 16 Sonic platformers in one go. Estimates about 10 to 11 hours. The poll that you're voting on right now is to decide if I'm going to be doing a Sonic 1 or a Sonic 2 speedrun for the Game Gear out of the 6 runs I'll be doing today. Today's show is going to be like a piecemeal, I guess, of the Sonic Handle 16 because obviously we don't have time for 10 hours from here on out. Yeah. But they're both very interesting games in their own right. Sonic 2 is very notorious for a very interesting first boss, and first boss Sonic 2 is probably the hardest boss in the entire handheld 16 for me. I am not joking.
The first boss in it's Sonic 2, right? Like that one.
Yeah.
I had to commentate for Sonic 2. Yeah, I had to commentate for Sonic 2, but the Master System version back at PAX East when Final Flame ran it. And the screen crunch makes such a difference in the Game Gear version, let me tell you. Those two games, even the Master System to Game Gear versions are different runs in like their own right because you have to deal with screen crunch, and there's a couple of different changes between the games to make it either easier or harder depending on which version you're playing.
When I did speedruns of Sonic 2 Game Gear, which I have the record for, it is so common for someone to come into chat and say, I've never seen this part of the game because I never got past the first boss. Wow, thank you for showing this to me.
And so like what systems are we going to be seeing? I know that the schedule has been on the screen for a little while, but what systems are we going to be seeing in this showcase in particular?
Yeah, so as we mentioned, you're going to be seeing a game of one speedrun on the Game Gear and the one game on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. This thing right here. There it is. The system that a lot of people have probably never seen before. And one Game Boy Advance game, one DS game, one PSP game, and one 3DS game. All the main platformers released from all 6 of those systems combined is 16 games, hence the name Sonic Handheld 16. And you are voting on the first game, the Game Gear, between Sonic 1 and 2. For the Pocket Color, it's going to be Sonic Pocket Adventure, which is the only game there. For the GBA, I'm going to be doing a run of Sonic Advance. For the DS game, I'm going to be doing a run of Sonic Colors DS, which is basically Rush 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a good
PSP,
one.
I'll be doing Rivals 1, and 3DS, I will be doing a Sonic Generations 3DS run.
Yeah, so we're going to be able to see everything, all systems that this challenge has to offer. And again, for folks at home, you need to get your votes in really quickly because we are at a deadlock at 50-50 for Sonic 1 and 2. So if you have a strong opinion over which of these two 8-bit titles we're going to kick this show off with, you got to get your votes in. And December 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern on Kirby Master's Twitch channel. That's going to be twitch.tv/Kirby Master. It's in the chat right now. Go give him a follow because next month he's going to pop off with this showcase. And it's not just these games that you're seeing here, but there's what are the other games that are in the full 16?
Yeah, so all the other games in the full 16, as you see in this lovely banner that we have, thanks to Oro. There's 5 Game Gear games, so Sonic 1 and 2, which you're voting between. Sonic Chaos, Sonic Triple Trouble, and Sonic Blast, the most beautiful game with the most beautiful pre-rendered graphics of all time. And Sonic Pocket Adventure is what we mentioned before. On the GBA, it's going to be all 3 Sonic Advance games. On the Nintendo DS, Rush Adventure, and Colors DS. On the PSP, Rivals 1 and 2. And on the 3DS, it's going to be Generations 3DS and Lost World 3DS, which I just recently finished learning, thanks to Brandino.
I should really get you on for Lost World 3DS, because that run in and of itself is like an hour and a half and is a very unique run compared to the console version as well. It's not a straight port of the console version at all.
Contrary to popular belief, it is not a port. It is a completely different game. But yeah.
And
go ahead.
let's see. We're done here. We are not done here with our votes.
Almost. Sonic 1 could get sniped, maybe. Sonic 1
has a chance to be. We've gone up to. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 it is.
Okay.
That was actually closer than I thought it'd be. It is not the Sonic 2 that you may remember from your childhood, because again, this is the Game Gear version. There is no chemical plant. But we're now going to have Kirby load up Sonic 2 so that we can get to the game screen. But yes, this is meant to be on my face, my wonderful, wonderful model. So don't worry. We're going to get this game ready in just a moment for you. I am looking forward to this. So our final lineup is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and then we're going to be moving into Sonic Pocket Adventure, Sonic Advance, all the things that you're seeing on the screen right now. In that order is what we're going to be going in. And most of the breaks I'm going to be talking to y'all. We're going to have a couple of planned breaks so everyone can get up and stretch. But for the most part, game swaps, I'll be talking to y'all, doing all the announcements, all the recap of what's been going on. But Kirby, are you ready to get things going with Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Maybe. We'll see. I'll be very happy if I don't game over. That is my goal.
Agreed. This is a difficult speed run. This is admittedly like a very difficult speed run to pull off. Easy to learn, but hard to get in one shot, if you will.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I am running the Game Gear games on a physical analog pocket docked, but with a physical cartridge. So, like, I have a physical Sonic 1 Game Gear card. I am running off of a physical Game Gear Sonic 2 physical cartridge as well. Very great way to play these games. So,
yeah, okay. I have a pocket myself. I love using it for this. I am ready to go whenever you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Sorry, I forgot I need to be on the title screen. All right, I'll give you a proper countdown. The game just started playing like the demo stuff. All right. Come on. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry. Late. Very scuffed start. All right. How do you go fast in this game? You roll jump a lot. That is how you go fast in this game. That is how you go fast in almost all of the Game Gear Sonic games. You do a lot of roll jumps. A lot. The one exception is Sonic 1 for the Game Gear. That is the one game that is very weird. Because I think that was made by a completely different developer, I believe. So, okay. So, ideally, if you clear a stage quickly, you clear it at the 24-second mark. I didn't slow down enough, so we are getting a glorious 250,000 time bonus instead of the expected 100,000 time bonus. So, I hope you like the time bonus screen. It's great. So for the handle 16, and in this case, this game as well, I'm going to be optimizing primarily for real time. The standard timing method for Sonic 2 Game Gear and Sonic 1 Game Gear is typically real time minus time bonus, but because I'm combining so many different games simultaneously, I'm just going real time for everything for the most part. So I'll be going optimized for real time here. All right. Well, unfortunate mistake. That's fine. All right. We want to wait until 24. All right.
Tiny mistakes will amount to things in a vacuum for just this game, but in the grand scheme of things, and we're talking like a 10-hour speed run of all 16 games, like tiny bit here and there is not the end of the world. We're just going to keep on rolling, because that's the fastest movement after all.
Just keep rolling. All right, Eggman's going to save us here from a pit of lava for whatever reason, and then feed us to probably the hardest boss in the handle 16. I need to really focus here. All right, up the volume because I use audio a lot for this. Screen crunch moment.
You know, Eggman, you could have just let us fall into the lava instead of having to deal with this.
Okay, got it. First try. Whew.
Very nice.
And now you see, so by the way, every boss stage you have 0 rings, so you die if you touch anything. And that is the boss notorious for nobody getting, 90% of people not getting past the first boss.
Specifically in the Game Gear version too, because like in the Master System version, you can just stand in one particular spot, and that just you could just stand and jump in place and be able to dodge every ball because the pattern's very, very static.
Patterns are random, but the time is not. Like if you clear the boss at the same, if you actually beat the boss, you're always gonna get the same time. So the balls are random, so you do need to like react randomly to random stuff. Paraglider controls. And done. Yeah, so paraglider controls are a little weird because like if you're pressing right, you nosedive because you're going right. You nosedive, but if you're like hold left, you like hold backwards and hover a bit. So that took me a while to figure out when I played this game casually. And oh man, my casual playthrough of this game, or playthroughs plural, was honestly a little miserable. All right. Not what I meant to do, but we'll manage. Ideally stay at the top, but that's fine. I've fallen down here so many times, I kind of know what to do, so it's fine. Also, because we're going by real-time strats, I didn't really lose any time from that mistake. So whatever, 24 seconds, let's go. Because that is the timing that you want to hit signposts at if you're going for real time. 24 seconds, magic number. In Sonic 1 Game Gear, it's 25 and 30. Those are the optimal times. All right. This is a boss that's like really cool to do quickly, but also not easy. So we'll see how this goes.
Ah, yes, this is the bird, eagle, ostrich thing.
I missed that one. It's fine. Okay, that's the important thing, making sure you get all of the little cannons before the big bird pops up. Because if the cannons don't get destroyed quickly enough, then they'll spawn little birds that get in the way during the actual fight. And again, you are at 0 rings in every boss stage. So one hit will kill you. All right.
It was a very smooth phase there.
Yeah, not bad.
With rolling into the bird. That's so satisfying to watch every time.
It is. You do have to be careful because if you roll into the beak, you die.
Yeah.
But rolling into it is faster, so.
The beak specifically will kill you even if you're rolling? Wow.
Yeah, it will kill you. I'm not sure about the Master System version, but in this version, it will, yeah. Aqua Lake. Okay, didn't mean to bounce across that, but that's okay. We'll probably hit this at 24 seconds anyway, so it's fine. Thank you, real-time strats, for not punishing me for my mistakes. I think the IL world record for this is like 16, 17 seconds, something like that. I have a tied IL world record for like 90% of the stages in this game. But Act 2, I do not have. Hypnotics has it, and he can keep it. He can keep this world record because you are about to see why. So something I didn't mention. This game and honestly, like most of the Game Gear games besides Blast, because Blast is like actually not that laggy, are very laggy. And when a Game Gear game lags, you know what that means? Eats and inputs. Glorious, glorious inputs eaten for dinner. It's beautiful. And you're going to see so many of those in this stage because this stage is a lag fest. And also, this is kind of a giant labyrinth with this little bubble gimmick that they brought back in Sonic Mania for some reason. Honestly, the stage would be pretty tolerable if it wasn't for, the ridiculous lag. It's bad. It is so bad. I am like doing lag reduction stress to try to keep like extra rings off the screen. Like there's a bunch of rings on the right side behind a wall that I'm avoiding. And also, this crab is random. We got the bad pattern. You want to bounce off of it and hope it goes left. But we got the bad pattern, so I lost a little bit of time there. There's another crab that we want it to go left at the top. That is also random. Because you want to bounce off of it since that's another way of gaining speed. Hopefully. It's going right, so we lost time. And that's a nice shortcut there that skips a giant labyrinth of like going up with the bubble. This was actually really smooth. I think Hypnotics' time is like, IL time is like a 106, something like that. So like,
yeah, a 110 in this really situation. Good. Yeah, we'll take the heck out of that.
Yeah, we take those. All right, now we got the boss stage, although there is a bit of an actual stage here first. Also, this game did it first before Donkey Kong Country 3. Water bouncing moment. Oops. Okay, well that was a little sloppy, but that's fine.
I remember waiting to do comms for PAX for Flame for the Master System version. And I watched the water bouncing, and I was like, huh.
I should
nice
so be dead.
hitbox.
Oh my god. I should be so dead after that. Oh my god.
Nice hitbox game.
I'm not complaining. So you want to land before like it reaches you from charging, because then you can get a quick hit. But if you land too early, then it'll bounce you and you just lose time. If you land too late, then it will crash into you and you die. And that is what almost happened on the first 2 hits.
Yeah.
But that was relatively pretty good. Deathless Run.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. All right, this is one of my 2 favorite zones in the game. It's Green Hills, plural. Very important. Because it's just a lot of smooth horizontal movement and lots of roll jumping. And also we get some lives, which we're probably going to need in this run. Oops.
Ooh.
Jumped a little early there. So yeah, one of the main things to do is like, you want to just be roll jumping a lot, obviously, but when you roll downhill and you roll jump off of it, you carry that downhill speed that you gain. So a lot of times you kind of want to find like downhill slopes to roll down and then keep roll jumping over and over again to keep that speed going. And you're going to see some of that in the next stage coming up, hopefully. And that kind of honestly goes for all the GameCube games not named Sonic 1, because they all function very similarly. All right. I'm gonna get a cute little bop here. Never mind, I didn't. It's fine. I'm gonna hit the spring here for safety, because making that jump without the spring is incredibly tight. And we'll see if this goes smoothly. That's early. Okay, fine. Hopefully land on the spring with that speed, and we go really fast and far. Alright. Not too bad. Not bad at all.
I can't remember what this boss is next.
Well, the bigger problem is the stage.
You're right. You're actually right. I do remember the stage. I can't remember the boss to save my life. I remember the stage.
Oh, here we go.
There it goes.
There it is. There's our first death. They're already thinking with the stage.
I am like fairly certain Flame did the same thing at PAX. Like twice or something.
Okay, didn't get the perfect landing there. That's fine. Oh yeah, you can't see where you're landing because video games. So you die if you guess wrong. Thankfully, I'm not guessing. I know what to do, so we're good. All right, so this boss is very random. What we just saw there is it doing a clap stomp pattern. Right there, it did a stomp pattern. If it does a stomp pattern, you can only get 1 hit. If it does a clap stomp, you can get 2 hits. So we're getting a little unlucky. Got a good pattern there. And okay, 6 cycle is pretty standard.
Okay.
The attacks it does is also random, which can make you lose time, but like I don't really pay attention to that. The bigger part is making sure you can actually get your double hits, which is just random. So that went well enough. All right, so that was my favorite zone in the game. My other favorite zone in the game is Gimmick Mountain, and it's a banger. And also one of my favorites because, as opposed to Green Hills, plural, which is like a lot of horizontal platforming, go fast movement, this stage is all about like climbing and cool movement, that platforming like that. And that's really cool in its own way. So I like the zone a lot. And these 2 zones I really enjoyed a lot casually, my first playthroughs. The rest of the game, not as much, honestly. Okay, we're gonna do a skip here. Okay, I definitely jumped way too early there. So you're supposed to take a minecart and then drive it through those spikes, through those spike Vegetas. But I messed that up. We'll try it again. And we're good.
Okay. I had to hold my breath because I'm used to seeing the invincibility picked up to get through there.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. It's surprisingly consistent if you have good visual cues, but I have failed to run for sure though, so it's definitely scary. Okay. Act 2, Gimmick Mountain. More platforming. Because Sonic's not all about only going fast, it's about platforming too.
Also about tubes. Are we at the tubes yet?
We'll get there soon, yeah. So we want to stay on the top route here. Falling down means we have to reclimb this. All right. Typical time, good times are 27:28, so that was fine. All right. Stomp clap pattern. What is Lumineers? All right. Oh man. All right. Amber, so what is your favorite mechanic in Sonic games? Because if your answer is auto-scrollers, you're about to see one here. It's great.
You're not wrong. My favorite mechanic in the 8-bit Sonics is tubes.
Oh boy, yeah, those tubes. Yeah, you're gonna see those.
The 8-bit Sonics have such an obsession with tubes, I don't understand.
Tubes have really interesting mechanics in the next zone, scrambled egg, or I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Some egg something. Everything is an egg because it's Sonic, but you know what I mean.
It's like there's crystal egg and scrambled egg.
All right. It's a little scary. So there is a fast way to hit this boss where you like roll into it as it charges and then get a double hit. And it's pretty fast, but then if you do that, there's like a random chance you die. It's a small chance, but it has killed runs. And you have to do like 8 of those in a row. And if in a context like this, where I have to do an auto-scroller every time I die, I don't want to do that. This boss is also very random because how far it gets knocked back after bonking into you or the wall is random. Like right there, you can kind of see, sometimes it'll be really against the wall after it hits the wall, which is not convenient because I have a consistent setup for the safe hits, and that relies on me reaching that wall quickly. It's a much bigger deal if you're trying to go do the faster strat though, because you want to try to like space yourself so you stay as close to the center as much as possible. But I'm not doing the fast strat. If you want to see the fast strat, check out the world record. All right,
Nothing
tubes.
gets my heart going like the lack of air warnings. Well, don't worry, in Sonic Blast, which you won't see here tonight, but you'll see over on Kirby's channel December 7th, Sonic Blast has a lack of air warnings and tubes at the same time.
It's great. Also, fun fact in Sonic Blast, after you beat the underwater boss, your air can run out during a victory animation and you die.
Yep. You can still die. It's happened to me, it's happened to Argic, and has it happened to you yet?
Yes. It has.
It's a rite of passage in speedrunning that game.
It truly is. Also, fun fact, I beat the Sonic Blast world record for Knuckles like a month ago, and Knuckles is now officially faster than Sonic.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
That's on the Game Gear version, though, right?
Yeah, Game Gear version. Also, we just did a skip. I respawned this platform. It's supposed to go all the way right, then all the way left. But by manipulating the camera, you can usually, not always, but usually make it respawn and go left immediately, saving about 6 seconds. So, here's a cool skip. And now some more tubes, which I took the wrong path. Oops. Thankfully, taking the wrong path here doesn't, kill you. I am brain farting right now. This is a great sign for the handle 16, by the way. Down, right, down, left. There we go. It's been about 3 weeks since I played this game, so.
Yeah, no, like when you're trying to juggle this many games, like it's literally playing whack-a-mole with Rust.
Pretty much. And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Like I've seen many multi-game speedrunners from various franchises between Sonic and Zelda, like sit there and have to try to upkeep like anywhere from 8 to 10, in your case 16 titles all at once. And you're not going to be perfect at any of these games except for the last one you practiced.
Exactly. You don't want to hear the last time you touched Sonic Advance. Although, admittedly, that's the series I'm well known for, so I don't really need to touch it that much, but still.
Yeah, I mean, that's like asking me to do a Sonic 3D Blast run in like a multi-game speedrun. It's going to be the one I'm not going to touch for quite a while because it's the one I can do in my sleep.
Exactly. And Act 2 done. Yeah, so there is a skip you can do at the start of the stage by taking damage off of an enemy and falling into to do it backwards. It saves 1 second, and it's horrible and pseudo-random because it's, not map, I'm not playing Fire Emblem. Stage will just eat your inputs without a lag. So don't go for it. You are an idiot. Not idiot, but you are ridiculous if you go for it because it's just not worth it. It saves 1 second on a random trick. It is ridiculous.
It's like, sometimes it's worth it going for the swag. That's not one of the cases where it's worth it. It's just foolish.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely go for it in like a marathon run to show it off if I have it actually practiced. I don't have it practiced, so. All right, this is the last boss of the game, Bad Ending. So get your timer ready. It's Silver Sonic from Sonic Mania. And basically, there's a lot of luck here. If he balls up, bad. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So, This is looking not too terrible. Come on. All right. And time will be coming up. Time.
Well, GG, Kirby. Thank you so much for showing that off.
And that is Sonic 2 for the Sega Game Gear. Hope your childhood has been vicariously avenged for anyone who was stuck on the first boss.
There was one person in chat who mentioned it, but up next we have Sonic Pocket Adventure, so you are free to set that up right now. And while we get ready, I just want to take a moment to address chat. I want to tell y'all that you should catch up on past Hotfix shows if you want to catch up on like the run that you just missed, or if you want to catch up on any special events that we've done, like any of our Sonic marathons that we do every year, and GDQ marathons over on YouTube.com/Games Done Quick. You can do all that there. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, you should absolutely like the video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and stay up to date with GDQ. Because we do have Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 in January. That's going to be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th through the 10th. And registration is now open. So if you want to register, you should. Be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. You can visit gdq.gg for more information on that. And as you know, we get runs up very quick to the YouTube during our mainline events. So always check out that YouTube channel link as well. And I just want to say thank you all for supporting Games Done Quick with your subscriptions, gift subs, and bits cheered. All of your contributions do help keep our shows running. And if you're enjoying the stream, consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, and access to chat during replays. And you can also always support the stream by sharing the Games Done Quick channel with your friends. And also, while you're at it, share Kirby's channel for the Sonic Handheld 16, twitch.tv/KirbyMaster for December. I'm sorry, I said December 7th earlier. December 13th at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Numbers are hard. But no, chat, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate y'all. If you like my background, I made it in The Sims 4. That's how I made my background. I did a bunch of like custom modding of posters and stuff in the background. It's really nice. And shout outs to trans rights, non-binary rights, and asexual people like myself. You are loved and you are wonderful. But actually, if y'all caught GD Queer, you should go catch the VODs for that on YouTube. GD Queer was an amazing showcase this past weekend. Shout outs to Railcoon, who was the head organizer for that, and also a producer here on Hotfix. And I know a number of folks who were part of that showcase and definitely really enjoyed that. Oh yeah, no. This is just a background like that I looped on video, like from The Sims. It's really cool. Like The Sims 4, like was a great tool because I wanted something 3D for my model. But yeah, no, GD Queer, incredible weekend. I'm really looking forward to more events like that. And huge shout outs for the funds raised for Lambda Legal. What is happening in the poster on the wall? I'll tell you after the next break, or at the next break, but I think we are ready for Sonic Pocket Adventure Part 2 of this 6-game marathon. Kirby, tell me about Sonic Pocket Adventure.
Yeah, so this is a Neo Geo Pocket Color. It's a console that SNK released, kind of during, I think like in the latter half of the Game Boy lifespan. It apparently sold well enough to turn over a profit. And SNK and Sega did like a collaboration where they released Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. This game, and this is kind of a cute little charming game. It's kind of like a tribute to Sonic 2 and 3. You totally are not going to hear a lot of Sonic 3 music in mismatching stages whatsoever. But this game plays pretty similarly to the Genesis games, relatively speaking. Unlike the Game Gear games where it's so like, fun. Yeah, this is a very charming game. I highly recommend playing it. But
it's got a small identity crisis with the visuals and music, as you mentioned. But I actually love this game so much.
Oh, I streamed my first playthrough of it last year. It was great. You should see my reaction to not knowing what the stages are and being like, is this Sky Chase? Oh god, it's Sky Chase.
It's like, is this Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3? I'm not sure. This is also a Dimps game, so this was the precursor to Sonic Advance.
Yeah, this is like kind of a prototype in a sense if you think about it, because this does kind of play like the Genesis games, and then Sonic Advance actually is a Genesis game practically. It's like literally a lot of the same physics. So, all right, are we ready?
I'm ready to go whenever you are for part 2.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we can spin dash in this game, by the way, so that's awesome. We're gonna want to, that's minor mistake there. Not what I meant to do, that's fine. And we're gonna go ahead and grab speed shoes here and just go over the entire stage, basically. And we wanna bounce off a monkey here, good. And jump over that spring, and that stage was a little sloppy, but it is what it is. No biggie. Thankfully, you can skip time bonus in this game. Oh yeah, the Sonic special stages are always a thing. Yeah. Oh, really? Didn't know that.
You can skip the time bonus, and you don't have to jump into the
no, I remember now. Yeah, you did.
I think the one thing I don't like about this game experiment where we all swapped speed games and taught each other.
Yeah, no, I remember that now. Holy crap.
But I don't mind the Sonic 2 special stages, but when you have a basically zero draw distance like these do, don't recommend.
Yeah, and this Neo Geo Pocket Color is a system of its own time. Like, it's honestly very unique. It's really awesome.
It's a really cool system, genuinely.
You have to feel the analog stick for yourself to really appreciate it, honestly.
The clicky stick!
It's so good. It's so good.
The clicky stick is so good. I love it.
All right, don't mind the Angel Island 2 music in not Chemical Plants. Totally not a weird mismatch. All right, so in this game, similar to Genesis games, you generally want to try to do 6-tap spin dashes, although usually it's overkill. So it's like medium distances, you want to go for like 4. So this is like a spin dash heavy game, relatively speaking, but it's not like anywhere close to as much as like Sonic 2 or 3 is, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
Especially since you only have 2 buttons to rev with. And if we can bop that in one jump, clean land clean in 2. If we get a really clean stage here, we can get a 46.
Ooh.
It's probably a 47, I think. It wasn't super clean, but it was like good enough. See? So this game goes by in-game time, which is mostly equivalent to real time. I'm gonna be going for in-game time strats only because it impacts one stage, and I think the in-game time strat is more interesting than the real-time strat. All right. By the way, I'm gonna get the cycle lined up. All right, so this Hydro City 2, by the way, is one of my favorite tracks in the entire series. This is totally the same stage. All right, so we want to make a cycle that's around a 16-second in-game time second mark, but I'm gonna not make it because I was slow there. So the next cycle I want to make is 20 seconds. Right here, and yeah, just don't worry about it. Walls are a suggestion.
Thank you, path swappers.
Path swapper shenanigans. Yeah, so walls are a suggestion sometimes, but I would explain what path swappers are, but I need to really focus on this boss. All right.
Would I be able to explain the things, or do you need quiet?
Oh yeah, go for it. You can explain.
All right, so path swappers, very, very rudimentarily, are also this boss is a thing. Path swappers are basically like when you go on a loop, it swaps you from the foreground to the background. And you can use path swappers very often to ignore walls. We do that in Sonic Mania as well. So if you've ever seen a Sonic Mania run, same kind of shenanigans that happens in Chemical Plant there and Hydrocity there happens here in Secret Plant / Chemical / Angel Island Zone. What is this?
Happens in Rush Adventure, happens in Sonic Advance 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right, I messed up the route here. I thought it was Act 2. This is what happens if you run 16 different games.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get them mixed up.
And this is the second most recent game. I just learned this game like last year. Like not last year.
Last month?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah, I remember you DMing me like, Amber, why is Pocket Adventure so fun?
It is a fun game. It was pretty quick to learn, honestly, thankfully, because it's a very short game.
Oh yeah.
So we wanted to make that cycle, but I kind of butchered that. It's okay. It's fine. We're fine. All right, so a really good time here is like a 23. Oh, no, don't fall down,
Okay.
don't fall down. Okay,
Thank you,
we're good.
Magic Pixel.
We're just not going to talk about that stage.
We're not going to talk about that sub-pixel that saved you.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
At
so
least
this is
we're
what I
doing
meant to
Advanced
do
1 later.
right there. And I mixed it, I did that on Act 1 instead. All right, so the boss here coming up is probably the hardest boss in the speedrun, or one of the hardest bosses.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
it
no,
is-
this one. Oh.
Yeah, so bosses in this game have a lot of luck in general, but like most of them, say for an example, can be mitigated with a lot of practice, really. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's luck, but for the most part, in my opinion, it's like the interesting kind of luck, if that makes any sense. Whereas like in some other games cases, such as Sonic Rush, I mean, one other Knuckles in this game, look, there's the kind of luck where it's just like, oh, great, I just lost time and I can't do anything about it. Great. All right.
Hated this
three.
boss so much.
Okay, keep going off to the side, which I don't want, but we got 3 hits quickly at least. All right, so now after hit 4, he's gonna start going after you, which makes life easier, actually.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting it.
That's close to a center kill, so I might be able to get a fast despawn here. Oh, no. Unfortunate. Okay. That's okay. That fight was not fantastic, but it was fine. So, not amazing, not bad.
I did my first playthrough of this game was a blind race for a friend's Extra Life stream.
I am so sorry.
And, well, we got to that boss and both of us were stuck there for literal ages. It was rough. We both finished the game, but I have flashbacks and trauma related to that boss.
I don't blame you. That boss is brutal.
Now.
That boss is just brutal. Like,
It was
God,
that one and the Metropolis Zone one.
Oh, the Metropolis Zone is difficult. It's fun, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
And very, very random. Also, 26
yeah.
is like the relatively optimal timer, so that was clean.
Very nice.
Okay. So, we got some Hydra City one going on here. Don't worry about this game's identity crisis.
The 8-bit mixes of the Sonic 3 music, though, are actually bangers in this game.
Yeah, I love the music in this game. It definitely can feel very weird because they kind of are just thrown into with these Sonic 2 stages, but
yeah.
I appreciate what they were going for.
Yeah.
This is like a tribute, basically. All right, so we're gonna come up to probably the worst boss in the game. Because unlike all the bosses that have luck, this boss's luck is basically a giant middle finger, and you cannot do anything about it. So you just pray he doesn't spin dash. Like that. Okay. He can spin dash like 3 or 4 times in a row, and you can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which we're getting not terrible luck, at least. You want him to glide. Ideally, you want him to glide immediately. So every time he does like a punch into glide, I just lost a second. You can get like a 40-second time here if you get like amazing luck. But 52 is like okay. I think you average between like 48 to 52, depending on the luck you get. I think that's like average. I've gotten like a 1 minute time from just terrible luck with Knuckles before. He's just horrible. Oh no. All right.
Oh no, indeed. Watch what happens.
Just punch.
Uppercuts to the moon.
All right. All right. We got our favorite throwback to Sonic 2. It's quite literally called Sky Chase. This stage will take 2 minutes and 2 seconds, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and showcase a speedrun of a stage in Sonic Lost World 3DS. All right, place your bets on how many seconds this will take. Because Sonic Lost World stages are very long.
I'm gonna say 40.
Oh, whoops. Okay, let's try it again.
Okay, maybe I was wrong.
All right, ignore that. Yeah, this is like entire maze you're supposed to navigate here in Lost World, but you can kind of just...
damage. Is that normal?
Oh, okay, let's see. I need to focus a little bit here. And then we go run underneath that. Okay, there's an enemy chamber here. You're supposed to kill everything.
But what if we
Goodbye?
didn't?
Yeah, what if we didn't? You're supposed to kill everything here, but what if we didn't? What if we didn't? This game deserves more love, honestly. I think it gets too much hate. But the speedrun is very cool. All right, 37-second time, and we are still at it. We are still at it.
You've taken damage 3 times, and I was alarmed for a minute. And then I saw the ring count go back up.
Oh yeah,
I was like, we're fine.
Don't worry about it. We're fine. We're fine. You all got a bonus 7th game.
It's true. This takes me back to when you ran Mania for a short while.
Oh, I did speedrun that, yeah.
You did run it before the Plus update came out, and I just remember every time you got to Mirage Saloon, you would just obligatory social media posts.
Oh yeah, I also had like an explicit layout with just all these memes and stuff going on that was switched to every time I get to Mirage Saloon. If I just finished learning Lost World 3DS, awesome game. If you like watching Lost World speedruns as well, check out Branding No 59. Probably one of the biggest Lost World fans. Even if you don't like the game, the speedrun is very cool. I highly recommend it. Okay, I'm gonna reset the game here because there are cycles in the stage that are dependent on the game's power cycle. So I'm gonna wait, go, and then we'll see if this goes cleanly. Because the moving platforms in this stage and also the little flippers are dependent on like when the game powers on. So if this goes cleanly, then the cycles look like magic here. Platform here, platform here. And this is something that I found, right? And a big skip here. Takes about 20 seconds. Got it.
Very nice.
Okay, that was pretty much flawless. We're ahead on our cycles right now.
Oh yeah, this set of platforms.
Yeah, it's about like a 7-second time loss per cycle, I think. It's really slow. All right, that was basically perfect, honestly. All right. Hardest boss in the game here.
I like how the first hits are just like they are in Sonic 2.
Iframes are very generous in this game, as you can tell. Very generous.
Wow.
And 107, that is the best possible time I can get with the struts I have. So that is basically perfect.
Very nice there.
Okay, so now we have the last zone coming up, Gigantic Angel. Probably one of the coolest zones in the game, but also very difficult. And shout out to the multiplayer music from Sonic 3 that they're using. All right.
Oh yeah, they actually gave it like good use here.
So if I play cleanly, I'll get a 33. Okay.
All right.
This is looking good so far. Okay, that I don't want to happen. I didn't slow down enough there. That's fine. Oh, you can get crushed there?
Apparently
What?
you can. You can die that way. Cue that's never happened before.
Oh, well, that's a new one. Wow, all right. You learn something new every day. Well, there goes that 33.
I mean, for that reaction, I'll take the not getting a 33.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. Okay, so this is the longest stage in the game. It's like it's like a minute and a half, including the boss. But actually, I'm gonna reset because I'm at 0 lives. The boss is very random. He fires bullets periodically. That is the only non-random part of the boss. He will drop cannons randomly, and the speed that the cannonballs drop at is random. And when he drops down into your range is random. I should not be going for that. It's okay. It's fine. We're fine. So yeah, very, very volatile boss. I should play that more safely.
I actually remember struggling with this boss that's incoming, and the person I was racing against during that charity self-hosted marathon we were doing years ago, He looks at me and he was watching me go and waited until I finished. And it was like, by the way, did you know that you can stand on the explosion?
I did not know that first playthrough.
I was livid. He found out, and I wasn't watching his screen at all because I was so focused on what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And just he's like, he's like, I'm gonna make you really upset. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you can stand on the explosion. I'm like,
yeah, it is not obvious how you can do that. It's like a what?
No,
really?
It's not.
Yeah, every game has something like that. It's fine. All right. So decent time. That's 45. That's relatively smooth. Average like 46, 47. Just ignore the deaths. Don't worry about them. Here we go. Very random boss. This is definitely a focus time. So again, when he drops cannons, stuff, missiles is random. These bullets are not random. How slowly or quickly they drop is random. So that's fast. That's bad because my iframes are later than usual. When he drops down like that is random. So I got a quick hit there. But I couldn't take advantage of the iframes because we got a fast cannonball drop earlier. Missile drop. This is a very lucky fight so far though. We think we're at hit 5 already. It's gonna drop down soon, I think, after this. You can kind of predict when he drops down. Okay, that was an amazing fight. Holy shit. Okay, excuse my cursing, but oh my god. I've never gotten a sub 130. Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was a sick fight.
Wow. All right, are you ready for more luck? This is a very random boss. If you are really good at the game though, you will pretty much should always get a 27 to 30. So, but I need to really focus on this though, because it's a very difficult fight. Good. Grab attack. 4 hits. I wanted to get a 5th hit there, but that's fine. So what's gonna do next? 5, 6. It's charging. 7. Don't raise your hands. Okay, good. So we want to finish him close to the right side of the screen because you can't scroll the screen until you fly up to the right. And time.
GG.
GG.
Good grief. All right. Thank you so much for that. That was really sick. But this was a precursor to the next game that's in this lineup. So that's going to be Sonic Advance, and you can feel free to get ready for that whenever you have the chance. And while I've got you, Chad, I'm going to hold you hostage for a moment and remind you all you should go follow Kirby at twitch.tv/KirbyMasta. That's Masta with an H at the end, because on December 13th, at 7 a.m. Eastern, you'll be seeing the Sonic Handheld 16. You're only seeing the Sonic Handheld 6 here on the channel, on this show right now. It's just a precursor for what's to come. He's been spending all year practicing and learning all of these games. Some of them he already knew, but a lot of them he didn't. And you're seeing the fruits of some of that labor here. You're going to see a little bit of every single system that is in the in this like 16 handheld series marathon tonight, but you get to see all 16 games over on his channel. Is very sick. And also, speaking of things that are sick, did you know that GDQ is hosting its very first disability and neurodivergence special on November 29th and 30th? The event will celebrate speedrunners who identify as disabled or neurodivergent in any way that is meaningful to them. So if you'd like to apply to run, applications are open through November 9th. That's in 3 days when they close. Type !DND, so do not disturb, I suppose, in the chat for the link to apply. So do not disturb yourselves while you are filling out that form, because you want to pay attention to what you're submitting and give us your best runs, because I would love to see. I'm really looking forward to the fruits of the labor of the runners for that. But also someone asked me about my background poster. There's a bunch of different posters going on around me, but in my background, that one over there, that one's Argic in a very cursed Amazon purchased bootleg Sonic costume. It's great. But it does sound like we are ready for Sonic Advance, the not really first, but I guess you could say first Sonic Dimps game. Kirby, go ahead and take it away. Tell us about Sonic Advance.
So you all know what this is, I'm guessing, right? It's a Game Boy Advance, Nintendo Game Boy Advance. And the Sonic Advance 1 is the game you're seeing right now. It is the first Sonic platformer on the GBA, and a new one, first of a trilogy, Sonic Advance 2 and 3, both very different games, incredibly different games, and also, honestly, probably the hardest Sonic speedruns to learn out of all 16. Good thing I've ran them for a decade, so it was not a problem for me. But this is Sonic Advance 1 is definitely like the most basic, for better and worse. It is very simple. It is short. It plays like the classic games, quite literally. It literally has slow glitch. And yeah, so I am going to be doing the Tails category because Tails is the fastest character in this game, and I'm not for the handheld 16. I'm not doing only Sonic for all the games. I didn't mention that. I am using whichever character is like the faster story. So like I plan on using Knuckles for Sonic Blast and Tails for Triple Trouble, for example. And in this game, I will be using Tails. So, if we are ready on the timer, are you ready on the timer?
Ready whenever you are.
Yep. So I haven't touched this game in like 2 or 3 months. I can honestly even longer with the setup, but we'll be fine.
I honestly feel like you could run this game in your sleep, Kirby.
Probably. All right. Actually, I need to make sure I'm on a correct difficulty because oh yeah, good thing I checked. Good thing I checked. We speed on the easy mode. We allow on any difficulty, whichever is faster, and that will be relevant with the Tails category, especially. So this is not like an easy mode, normal mode category split. This is any difficulty, which I think is more interesting because it means you can switch difficulties mid-run if you want to. Okay, actual countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Tails is fast. This is basically a Genesis game. But Tails does have his tail swipe here, and you're gonna see me do it a lot because that is pretty much your main way of coming to a complete stop. Because if you had a complete stop, you can crouch. If you can crouch, you can spin dash, and spin dashing is your main way of going fast in this game. And the Advanced Trilogy is very stingy about when it lets you crouch. Like if you have like any movement at all, you will not crouch. You will roll instead, which is very annoying. But thankfully, every character has their own way to come to a complete stop, although it's not exactly relevant for Amy because she can't spin dash, but her run is very unique. Highly recommend checking her run out.
Her run is very cool. Like even just playing through her campaign is very cool.
And Tails can fly, and yeah, flight's kind of good, but this game kind of has the physics similar to the classic games where like whenever you ascend, you slow down, and whenever you descend, you speed up. So like a lot of times when you're flying, you want to be kind of descending to maintain to go faster for the most part, but because if you ascend too much, you're going to lose speed. But like a lot of times it kind of comes to a balance of that.
Don't remember how long he can stay in flight for in Advance 1, but I know in Advance 2 he stays in flight for about 8 seconds or so, and I think Cream is only about 4 seconds.
Oops. Okay, I messed that up a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, thanks. You can kind of see the downsides of flight. You can't cancel it. In Advance 2 and 3, Cream can cancel her flight. Tails cannot.
Wait, she can cancel her flight in 2?
Yeah, 2 and 3, both of them.
So I remembered her being able to in 3. I didn't realize that in 2, and 2's the one I've played the most.
Yep, she can cancel it in 2. Did you know Cream has like a air attack where she flies like cheese around like a barrier?
Yeah, I have seen that when she's at like full speed, right?
No, like a completely different attack in the air. You have to press down and attack in the air. It's basically Insta-Shield, except, well, worse. Yeah, it's actually really important for boss ILs with her, boss speedruns with her, because it cancels her cheese cooldown.
Yeah, that's actually... I thought that was only possible at full speed. Today I learned, and I've been playing Sonic Advance 2 since I was a child.
It makes boss individual level speedruns with her terrible, because she just has so much complicated stuff she can do with bosses. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, by the way, you're playing Sonic Advance 1, but as you can tell with my comfort level, I'm just okay with just yapping about anything I want to. We just cleared the stage in 41 seconds.
The joys of when you run a game for a long time.
Yeah, I've ran this since like 20. I mean, honestly, I've like done casual ILs in like elementary school, honestly. But I've done like more serious ILs of this game or runs of this game since like 2012, 2013, something like that. So,
right after I got into speedrunning, when I started running with SA2 in 2011.
Oh yeah, pop quiz for chat. Who remembers Amber's explanation about pass swappers? Because if you do, that's going to be in a pop quiz right about now. What is going on here? Yeet. And walls are a suggestion. See ya. And we just fly through the stage. This saves like 8-ish seconds with Tails, something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not as big of a time saver as it looks, but it looks very cool. So
I'm very amused by what the game decides what you can and can't interact with when you're affected by path swappers in this way.
I've not done that before. We're fine. Yeah, no biggie.
Yeah, it's
You
not
can
bad.
do that
You're
with
actually still
Knuckles,
right at
too.
this stage, and yeah.
All right, we got a boss here. Boing, boing. Yeah, ideally you get 4 hits, not the end of the world. All right. So yeah, we are playing speedrunning on easy mode, and the big difference, basically, bosses take 6 hits to kill in easy mode versus 8 hits on normal, and easy mode removes certain enemies from the stages, which can be good. It can also be bad. Depends.
Yeah, you were telling me about an IL for Amy where normal mode is preferred because it removes an enemy that you can't bounce off of.
Yep. All the changes apply in Advance 2 and 3 as well. Similar changes. Less enemies and 6 hits per boss. There's an enemy we passed. There's a bat that was supposed to be there in normal mode, by the way, but it's gone in easy mode. Ooh, not what I meant.
Did you know before I brought it up to you a few years back that, like, boss health was affected by difficulty?
I knew about boss health. I didn't know about enemy removal, though. You're the one that told me that.
Oh, right. I was like, I know it was one piece of information you didn't have. I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah. This is not the fact that what I would do, but this looks cool, so I'm going to go for it. I do not recommend doing this. It's horrible. So this is a frame-perfect jump that I'm trying to go for. It is sometimes frame-perfect. Well, when it's not frame-perfect, it is literally impossible. Because sub-pixels. I've literally tried on an emulator. It is literally impossible, like, half the time. It's great. I'm jumping way too early. Like, I'm gonna give this until, like, 110 in game time, or I can get squished. All right, well, we're redoing this entire stage. That's okay.
Well, while we're redoing the entire stage, for the folks at home, sub-pixels are... Okay, so you're familiar with a pixel art game like this. This is a GBA game. It's pixel art. Last couple of games were also pixel art. Now, your screen has pixels. And imagine, or not even imagine, this is true, each of those pixels has a tiny fraction of those pixels, and that's a subpixel, and that can completely halt your movement on slopes. It can, affect various things. Some tricks in various games are sub-pixel dependent, including, I actually don't remember what tricks are sub-pixel dependent in this game, but I do know that Sonic Advance 2 is riddled with sub-pixels where you'll be running at full speed and you just stop. I've not heard the end of those complaints.
No sarcasm whatsoever. Yeah, Sonic Advance 2 the stages were not designed, well, not designed, but like, they weren't really, you can go so ridiculously fast in that game, and like, you kind of tell like, they just did not account for how you can go that fast in that game, because you can do ridiculous stuff with Sonic in that game. Advance 3 is like a lot better about it, but there's still some shenanigans that happens with it, and it's also less punishing if it happens.
Problems.
Yeah, it has its own problem for sure. Amber's not a fan of Advance 3 for context.
I hate its Crushers. It's Crushers.
It is Crushers. It is Crusher Heaven. All right, we got luck.
Yeah. It's like
ideally, we two-cycle this boss. Top.
I like
how I knew where that boss was without even seeing it.
Very nice.
Very clean, though. If I were Amy, that would have been faster. So, like, Amy is just very good in this game. She's like the boss slayer in this game, basically.
Oh, yeah.
In this next stage, actually, Tails is the slowest character, fun fact. Amy's faster than him. But, yeah, like, there was a period of time where the Amy world record was faster than the Sonic world record, actually. And then I beat the Sonic world record, my own Sonic world record, and he's, like, 20 seconds faster now, sadly. So Amy is, sadly, the slowest character now, but... not by much, though.
I'd argue she's probably the most interesting.
Yeah, Sonic in this game is... I love the movement you can do with him, don't get me wrong, but man, it is miserable in this game. Because like the first 4 stages are very well designed for Sonic because they're very horizontal stages.
Yeah.
But the rest of this game doesn't suit his playstyle at all. So it's like... what I like to call this speedrunning this game with Sonic, there's like the trio of hell, where you have like 3 stages in a row that are just absolutely god-awful with Sonic. Sonic Advance 2, on the other hand, because like Sonic, his gimmick is that he can insta-shield, but also more notably, he can air dash. And air dashing is incredibly powerful in both Advance 1 and 2. But Advance 2 has boost mode, And air dashing complements that really nicely. Advanced 1 does not have that. Advanced 2 also, if you look at a map of every stage in Advanced 2, literally every map is a line. It is a horizontal line descending downward, and Sonic loves that. The one exception is Sky Canyon, it is a horizontal line going up, which Sonic also loves. That is not the case in Advanced 1 or 3, so, I mean, if Sonic could hypothetically air dash in 3, it also wouldn't go well for him there. So, like, coming up after, like, this zone, by the way, there's 2 penguins there in normal mode, it just doesn't complement his playstyle at all, so you're fighting the stage a lot more than flowing with the stage in Advanced 1 with him. But Tails and Knuckles are definitely like the most friendly characters for Advanced 1. Sonic has a really steep learning curve. Amy is Amy, for better and worse. Also, you can just fly and hit the spots. Fun fact, Tails is probably the 2nd worst character for this fight, and I'm not exaggerating. Because he cannot fly for forever. Knuckles can just float on the surface and just hit the boss 6 times in a row. Amy can just hit the boss from wherever because she's Amy, and Sonic cries.
Yep, that sounds about right. Chat, I actually wanted to ask y'all, for those of you who played this game growing up like I did, how many of y'all got stuck at this zone because of this boss? I did, with all of the characters for a very long time.
I think I played this game in 5th grade. This is a game I have nostalgia for. Advanced 2 and 3, no, I don't, because I didn't play those games until like a decade later. But this game, I do. Also, pop quiz, pass swappers. We just undercut like an invisible pass swapper there by scrolling the screen down, and now we are on the wrong room layer, and now it follows our suggestion for it. We do need to be a little bit careful though, because if you're not careful, you can just fall down and die. So we're gonna grab some speed shoes here, refresh our flight. I'm going to do a safe strat where I look for like a rail as my visual cue to start falling down, because you can't just go to the goal. If you go straight to the goal on the wrong room layer, you'll just fall to your death and die, and it won't count. So now we reset back to the correct room layer, not room layer, you know what I mean, path swap or whatever, and we can end the stage normally. The stage normally takes like 1 minute 20, roughly, give or take, depending on the character. So this saves like roughly 30, 40 seconds, give or take. And doing the stage is harder than the skip, honestly. So I recommend learning to skip if you're learning this game, especially for your Knuckles or Amy, because they're way easier than the Tails version and Sonic, especially the Sonic version. The Sonic version is miserable.
Yeah, I feel like starting with like the Ice Mountain boss and into this zone, the difficulty spike starts showing with the game, especially if you're playing on normal mode.
Yeah, the game gets a lot more platforming heavy from this point on, which is like, that's not a bad thing, of course, but it does mean it's kind of sucks for Sonic a lot, so. All right. Grab an invincibility box. By the way, fun fact, you can orange manipulate this game, including the fight coming up, although it's not really worth it to reset for it. And also the invincibility here burns random numbers every like 5 frames or something like that, so have fun. We'll get into RNG manipulation in a bit. That will be relevant. But for now, if you want to IL the stage, you can RNG manipulate the boss coming up. Get your Oh-No's ready. Your faker Oh-No's.
Yeah,
I found you.
Oh-No's.
Faker? Faker? I think you're the fake Knuckles around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be a fake. I'll make you eat those words. All right. Oh, we got a second faker here.
Or I guess in this case, I'll make you eat those missiles.
Yep. We sure ate one. Okay, this is not going so well. There we go. And so I already have splits laid out for the handle 16, and I think I have, every time you fight a version of Knuckles, I have a split called Oh No. And I think I have like 8 of them. Like you fight him in like Triple Trouble, you fight him in Pocket Adventure, you fight him here, or 2 of them. There's one, you fight him in Rivals 1 and 2, you fight him... Oh yeah. It's probably 1 or 2 games I'm missing. You fight him in Advanced 2 as well, on a fresh save, which I will be doing that on a fresh save. All right, so we switched to difficulty normal mode. It costs like roughly 7 seconds, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, by the way,
I love those.
Did I just seriously do 2 frame perfect straight jumps in a row? Oh my god.
You sure did.
By the way, that's a Genesis game thing. This game quite literally has a lot of the same physics quirks as Sonic 2 and 3. That is a thing that in Sonic 2 and 3. So this stage is really interesting and unique. But it is a stage where you're just climbing and climbing, and you're climbing through like 3 segments of rockets, and each segment has a 5-minute countdown timer. But we're Tails, and we don't like climbing, so instead we will prefer to fly. Now, we are trying to clip into the floor here, which is basically random, but unfortunately the game's not cooperating with me. Really not cooperating with me. There we go. And now we are on the wrong pass swapper again, so walls are distant. Hold on. 5, 6, 7. Nope, I was too late. Unfortunate. That's okay.
No, I remember this stage being very difficult in this run with Tails.
The stage is really interesting in the speedrun because like Tails can skip the entire stage, spoiler alert. Knuckles skips like 2/3 of it. Amy has really cool fancy movement despite being glitchless and Sonic cries. So stage is just really cool to learn with all 4 characters, or rather 3 out of the 4.
Someone mentions the music of this zone. I love the music of this zone so much. Very good there. Second try we'll take. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Get another jump. All right, so the enemy I'm about to bop does not exist on easy mode. That one. You can do the skip on easy mode. It is so much harder to do, and it involves flipping gravity and falling upside down into this and praying the game registers that as a victory instead of a death. So it is optimal to stay on easy mode and beat the stage with the skip, but it's like 5 seconds faster or something like that. But like, it is random and harder, much harder. The world record does it because I'm an idiot.
Honestly, that sounds like a correct summary of most of the things either of us do.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
yeah,
so
this is the thing because we're idiots.
We're idiots, but we're passionate, hence the name Passion Project. Don't mind all the handheld devices next to my webcam. Next to me on my webcam. I just had to call it out. I just had to have something in my webcam to just show off.
Some of them look like cell phones, like Nokia phones to me. You should include a random Nokia phone.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
I mean, there are Nokia
by the way,
Sonic
this enemy
games.
is not that enemy right there is not there in easy mode, so you lose time on easy mode there. Not much, but a little bit.
Okay.
So this is a stage where, like, at least before the boss, you lose a little bit of time on easy mode versus normal. Of course, the boss itself, you lose a lot of time on normal mode versus easy mode. We are still on normal mode, by the way. We are going to switch back to easy mode soon. But
yeah,
for now,
we want it for the final zone.
Yep. But for now, like, I could have swapped for this boss to take 6 less hits, but there's a reason I'm holding off on resetting back to easy mode. For now, the gimmick of this boss is that we need to wait a bit between every hit, and as long as we have enough downward momentum and he's not next to a wall, you can flip him like this. So just make sure you haven't tried to do it too quickly after the previous hit, and make sure he's not like adjacent to a wall, and then you'll flip him. I need to remind myself this is the normal mode version because I'm so used to the easy mode version, which is a little different. Damage boost, intentional, and good.
Nice.
That was perfect. All right, so I'm gonna do a soft reset. 1, switch the game to easy mode, so the last boss only takes 6 hits instead of 8, because it's a giant luck fest. But also, 2, it resets the RNG. So you this loses time, but if this goes cleanly, and time will be coming up in a minute or so, this is a nice, this will go by super cleanly. So what burns random numbers in this game is skidding. That's one of the things that's relevant, that burns random numbers. So we do not want to skid to maintain the same seed. Every explosion animation you see here on this boss also burns random numbers, but that's always the same, so it doesn't matter in this case. So we're still on the same RNG seed. Okay. Other things that can burn random numbers is Knuckles gliding into the floor, Amy face planting, Sonic doing a somersault. Anything that makes dust clouds, besides spin dashing for whatever reason, will burn random numbers. Okay, so if I time this correctly, this boss will be dead instantly, because we have maintained the same RNG seed. So, there we go. Okay, I mistimed that, unfortunately. That's okay. He's supposed to pull his hand out, but I jumped too early. All right, time.
GG.
Yeah, so what was supposed to happen, you have to jump at a specific time, but if you do, he'll pull out his hand, and he'll either keep the hand out for a short, medium, or long. And if he gives you a medium pattern, you can get 5 to 6 hits in a row. And that's enough on easy mode to insta-kill him, and you'll always get that pattern if you maintain the same RNG seed and jump at the right time. I did not jump at the right time. If you want to do this on normal mode, you have to do 2 sets of small skids, and then you will burn enough random numbers to get the best pattern, which is a long hand pattern, which gives you enough time to get 8 hits in a row, which is what the IL does. But small, cool little details about RNG manipulation, which I found, and makes this and the last boss much more bearable. You make the fight take about 45 seconds overall on average, which is 45 to 50 seconds, I think, depending on the character. That boss can take like over a minute if you're really unlucky. So thank you, RNG manipulation.
Yeah, it's actually funny how you do that. I actually I know of a number of different GBA titles that manipulate, like RNG is advanced by dust clouds. Minish Cap is one of them.
Oh yeah, Minish Cap is one of them. Yeah. Dust clouds. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I recently speedrun a Fire Emblem game where a character's blinking burns random numbers.
Of course,
I am not joking.
Ezlo's blinking on the title screen of Minish Cap also burns numbers.
Oh, I didn't know that one. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
like my RPG Limit Break speedrun last week literally waits on a boss to blink twice. It's funny. Anyways, we're off topic.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. This is actually going to be a proper break for everyone to get up, stretch, for Kirby to set up his DS. All right, everyone, welcome back to episode 54 of Passion Project. We are the best place to show on Twitch what the world... we are the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love the most in speedrunning and gaming. In Kirby Master's case, it appears to be Sonic the Hedgehog handheld platformer games, because we are showcasing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 6 total handheld games tonight as part of his Sonic Handheld 16 project that he'll be doing a back-to-back marathon on his own Twitch channel over on twitch.tv/Kirby Master, December 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern. But tonight we're showing 6 of those games across all of the systems involved in that project. So I'm not going to keep y'all any longer. We're going to move into our DS era with Sonic Colors DS. Go ahead and take it away, Kirby.
Hello, this is ADS Lite. And yeah, I'll just keep it quick, but we've got 3, so I'm only doing 1 game, but there are 3 games on the Nintendo DS I will showcase. Sonic Handheld 16, Sonic Rush Adventure, and Sonic Rush 3. Not literally, but it is Colors DS. It's basically Rush 3. And before you don't believe me on it, it has quite the same mechanic system. Like, it's literally all the same. It is a Rush game. But I'm going to be showing off Colors DS. Awesome game. Completely different game from the Wii version, if you haven't seen this before. So if you haven't seen this game before and you like Rush and or Rush Adventure, I am a Rush Adventure is better. Don't fight me. But Colors DS is a great game. So we are going to be doing a run of Colors DS, and you have a timer ready?
We are all ready to go whenever you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks. I need to get a stylus ready, actually. But yeah, so fun fact, Japanese text is slower. On that view the tutorials, it loses a few frames. Because in Japanese text, it takes 2 frames, it displays 1 character per frame, whereas with English, French, etc., it displays 2 characters. Anyways, so we don't have boost unlocked. We're gonna unlock that soon, so we just got some classic little boostless gameplay here. Gotta go fast. Not too fast yet, but a little fast. So this game has a kind of a system called a cap, where like basically whenever you land on a downhill slope or roll downhill, you go faster than your normal speed, and you want to maintain that broken cap for as long as possible. This applies to Rush Adventure, and this game because they are all Rush games. All right, goes. Slow down a bit there. Hit that spring. Okay, corner got that. No biggie. For a bit of a jump here. Get those wall jumps there. And we've got a bit of a short auto-scroller here. Can't skip this auto-scroller, but it does require the burst. And we don't have that unlocked yet. All right, so I have 94 rings. And one of the little quirks in this game is that you want to make sure that, if possible, quickly, you want to have less than 50 rings per stage. Otherwise, you'll lose a little bit of time from the game asking you, would you like to do a special stage? It's not really avoidable in some cases, but for the most part, it's usually worth it if it costs like 1 less than damage. So, yep. Great. All right. The plot of this game is the Eggman made an amusement park, and we're exploring it. All right, so now we just learned that we can boost after using the power of the wisps, which totally is not a recurring thing in a lot of other Sonic games. And now boost, we go fast. So one of the key differences between this game and the other 2 Rush games, there is no tricking in this game. So your only way of getting boost is through getting wisps, which you can get either through boost capsules or defeating enemies because those drop wisps. Another difference, but which is both good and bad. The good news is that unlike Rush and Rush Adventure, you do not lose boost when you take damage, which is really nice. We're gonna kill 2 enemies there for a bit of extra boost. Okay, I thought I could make that, that's fine. Alright, and we wanna get a jump here, and then boost through these enemies here. We go down. Break speed cap there. And intentional, by the way. Right. Not too bad. Okay. And now we got the first boss in the run coming up. So bosses in what's it called? Bosses in Rush and Rush Adventure take a while. Especially Rush, where you can lose up to 7, 8, 9 minutes in a single Rush speedrun, because they're just terrible in Rush. In this game, well, you'll see for yourself. Q-tap spin dash, hold back, hit him, get some boost, boost to the second attack, wait, double hit, dead. Bye. Oop. That. All right. So that's one zone down. We got 5 to go. And we have a bit of non-linearity kind of here. We can decide to go to Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival. Doesn't really matter in this case. We unlock Rocket in Starlight Carnival and Burst in Sweet Mountain. Burst is a DS exclusive Wisp. And every time we unlock a Wisp, we had to play a little bit of a mini game. We just got the Burst Wisp from the upper right corner off screen because it's always going to spawn there and you can just tap it before it even shows up. All right. And now, well, I would explain what the Wisps do, but you'll just see for yourself when you use it. So Sweet Mountain. Got a bit of a skip here. Let's see if we can get it. Not a good start. All right. Got it. That is a much harder skip to do than it looks. It saves like 5 seconds. Let's go.
Very nice.
Finally got much more consistent at it after Speedbreaker convinced me to. Speedbreaker, by the way, his Twitch username is SB55. Definitely follow him because he kind of just got the world record of this game like 2 hours ago. Not even kidding. And he is like the king of all 3 Rush games. No contest. Like my PB in this game is like, I think like about a minute and a half slower than his record now. And this is a very tight speed run. So also I dropped first a lot earlier than I was supposed to there. So we're gonna take this route instead. We're supposed to be at the top route, but it's fine. We'll manage. Okay.
Speedbreaker is a monster at the Rush titles. Absolutely worth following for high-level Rush speed gameplay.
Also, speedruns Sonic Chronicles, so you can probably just call him the DS Sonic guy. I'm not even joking.
He did do a run of Chronicles for our most recent Sonic annual event this year, and you played Picross.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did play Picross. Picross is great. All right. So yeah, another tidbit about this speedrun in this game is that red rings are bad because every time you get red rings, you unlock illustrations and artwork and music and stuff, and that costs time. So you want to avoid red rings whenever possible. Speedbreaker actually recently found a glitch where, like, if you quit a stage at the right time, then the game will consider you having cleared the stage, but will not save the red rings you collect. But of course, if you do it too early, you don't beat the stage at all. So very risky glitch to go for. I have not learned it. This is very recent, actually. Also, Burst Whips is kind of cool. You roll down here to break speed cap again. Main way to break speed cap, either land on downhill slopes or roll downhill. So again, land on downhill slopes or roll downhill. Those are the main ways to break speed cap. And a lot of the speedrunning this game and the Rush Adventure and Rush is just knowing how to break speed cap and maintaining that. Like there, I just broke speed cap, for example, for bits. Fun.
These games are honestly so fun and so good. Absolutely worth the play if you haven't done them yet. Okay.
That could have been bad. We're fine.
That could have
We're
been
fine.
very bad.
We're fine. We're fine. So this is a route you're supposed to take if you have the Void Wisp, which we haven't unlocked yet. Intentional, by the way. And you got a hot dog here and a quick little, cute little pseudo auto-scroller here. Can't really fall faster. Taking damage is bad. Oh, well, I mean, we don't want to take damage because that means you have to redo all of this. So don't hit those big balloons. And done. Right, so we got the boss coming up, Captain Jelly. And again, unlike Rush and Rush Adventure, especially unlike Rush, there is negligible luck. And these bosses are very quick, which is really nice. You might be noticing a trend here. This is definitely like the most streamlined speedrun out of all 3 games. Although I will definitely say Rush Adventure is like my favorite, no contest. But this is definitely like the most like speedrun friendly and routine. Rush is yeah, fun game. Boss is not so much. Oh wait, I didn't get you. Okay, we're gonna restart that. We're gonna restart that. It's okay. Must have blew up trying to explode early, I guess, because I was yapping a bit too much. All 3 games are very fun though. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Then we got to set up, start charging first, land on top of it, boom, dead. 16-second fight. Don't mind a restart.
I still need to actually play Rush Adventure. I have Rush Adventure. It's the one of the 3 I have not played though.
Yeah, I would honestly say Rush Adventure is just like honestly a strictly better game than Rush in terms of the platforming. But the thing that drags it down for some people would be like the forced boat mini games, which is honestly understandable. So I, for one, don't mind it. I like my gimmick. All right, so we got to tap the Rocket Wisp. Got it. All right. So we got Starlight Carnival and lots of rails. Lots of rails. By the way, shoutouts to me, who is going to be speedrunning Sonic Rush at AGDQ. I'm excited for that. Donate for. I know this is the hot thing to say, but donate for Sonic. Because it's a bid war between Sonic and Blaze. I would love to run Sonic because I've already ran Blaze.
Like okay, that's ago. Why.
Yeah, it's a donate bid war between Sonic and Blaze. And unfortunately for Blaze, Rush's level design is really bad for her. So she's just a strictly worse Sonic in almost every way in Rush. Because Rush Adventure is just better for her. That's if it's a better game. I mean, Rush is still an awesome game though. But Blaze is Rush is just not very kind to her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Rush Adventure is a lot better for her in general. All right. But minor skip here. Got it. Let's go. And there's a minor route change that Speedbreaker found here, where you take this rocket instead. Well, new route change, because Task literally does it, but neither of us checked it or remember it. So whoops. Okay, I'm not supposed to be up here because I was busy yapping. We'll figure something out. It's fine. Okay, we got a red ring, unfortunately, but I think I know where I am. All right, we're good. Awesome. We are very low on boost, unfortunately, though, so we will figure something out. We're almost done with the stage, so you're supposed to use rocket and then get a refill your rocket in the middle like that, but you can just time it and make it pretty quickly like that. So, all right, amazing. Well, I don't think that was so amazing, but it's okay. The announcer is great. The big thing that the Wii version has over this is that you don't get the good, great, awesome, amazing. And I miss that so much. But you do get a little bit of that in the results screen, thankfully. All right, lots and lots of rails, and this is a stage I really need to focus on. This is a very difficult stage. All right. Broke speed cap. Keep it. Okay, good. Only 2 bats here to get some boost. This is a boost tight stage. Okay. Rocket. And then we got some bit of a platforming here.
Okay. I actually appreciate that they used rails here in place of like the Galaxy Trail.
Oh, it is really cool.
In the console version.
Oh, I hope you like auto-scrollers. Oh boy! One here. Auto-scrollers. Intentional, by the way. All right, that was it. Hope you enjoyed it.
That looked really intense, honestly.
It's the hard part is the very start, but once you get past the start, it's a very consistent skip. But either way, though, it's an easy skip that looks really cool. That's
I mean, the
best thing.
stage as a whole like looks really intense.
Oh, the stage is very intense. All right, so this boss is probably the only major instance of luck in the speedrun. So we want to 2-cycle it, and what it drops is random. We need to knock back 4 yellow barrels, and we are good to go. Sometimes it drops a spike ball instead, and if you get too many spike balls and not enough yellow barrels, then you take it a 3-cycle and lose about 7 seconds, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Want to make sure you don't knock back the 5th barrel because that screws with the AI. So now it comes down, we got another rocket, double hit the rocket here, and basically dead.
Nice.
Easy boss, let's go. All right, so now we are done with 3 out of 6 zones. And we have a bit of non-linearity here again. We can choose to do Aquarium Park, my favorite zone in the game, or Planet Wisp. And the order does matter in this case because we unlock Drill in Planet Wisp and Laser in Aquarium Park. Aquarium Park has a stage where we want to use a Drill Wisp, so we want to do Planet Wisp first. Also, if you don't like high-pitched sounds, I recommend lowering the volume a bit. This is just a taster of it, how the drill sounds in this game. Oh, frick, I missed it. Come on. These are hard to get, honestly.
No, that one in particular was like zoom in when it hits the bottom screen.
Like it's always consistent. It's not random at all, but it is hard to tap. Like I just mash a touch screen there and just pray. And usually it works, but not in that case. All right. Planet Wisp time. And this zone really loves drill a lot. Like, they went so in on drill in this. In the Wii version, you unlock drill in Sweet Mountain, I think.
Yes.
But in here, you unlock it here in Planet Wisp. And, oh man, they really love to show it off. Oops. We're skipping, like, a bunch of, like, loops and half-pipes here with these really big boost jumps. So one of the things in this game that you can't do in Rush and Rush Adventure is air boost. What I mean by that is, like, you can, like, boost on the ground and jump with boost into the air in all 3 games, but in this game, you can initiate a boost in the air. You cannot do that in Rush or Rush Adventure, which makes a very big difference because, like, turns out if you can jump with a boost, air dash, then you do another boost, and then air dash after that boost, you can get a ridiculous amount of speed and distance. You cannot do that in Rush or Rush Adventure. Granted, Rush and Rush Adventure also have tricking. This game doesn't have that, so they kind of compensate in that way. But yeah, very broken in this game. Makes this game definitely like the most fastest paced of the 3, honestly, because just, come on. There we go. Drill is great, isn't it? We're going to conserve this rocket here. You're supposed to use it here, but we're going to use it in a different spot for a time save. And here. Skip all of that, because drill is slow. Rocket's also slow, but eh. And last drill. Okay, well, I used that too early. And avoid these plants. Avoid the red ring. Ah, heck.
Oh.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. All right. Haven't had that happen in a while. That's okay. Honestly, a skill issue. There we go.
I have a strange relationship with, like, some of the Russian... Sonic Colors in particular, actually, I have a strange relationship with, because, like, I hated the Wii version when it came out. I did not enjoy it.
Oh, interesting.
However...
I loved it when it came out.
I actually really liked the DS version after I gave the DS version a shot, but that's because I played Rush 1. And then when Colors Ultimate came out, say what you will about the quality of that release, I don't care. When Colors Ultimate came out, perfect homing attacks became a thing in the game, and it allowed the boost management to be a lot better in the game with perfect homing attacks. And that actually got me to enjoy Colors a lot more.
I know a lot of people come in chat sometimes being like, yes, the DS version of Sonic Colors, the better version. I'm like, you know, you're not wrong to a degree. I appreciate it.
I do think in 2010, I do think this was the better version. I think this is still a great version, and I want the DS games to be, and Game Boy Advance games to be re-released in some way, shape, or form.
That would be great.
But I will say that Colors Ultimate, despite the fact that it generally looks worse than Colors 2010 and everything, mechanically, that perfect homing attack genuinely makes a huge difference.
60 FPS makes a huge difference for me. That's like, ooh,
that too,
pretty.
yeah.
I am the idiot who did a maximum score. What's it called? Maximum score challenge of Sonic Colors Ultimate. It was really funny to, because like the strat for that is you just grind as many rings as possible, and then you just build out a ring bonus every stage, and you get thousands and thousands, millions of points that way.
Yeah.
And I capped my score by I think the start of like Planet Wisp, I think, in that challenge. If you look for it, you'll find it on YouTube somewhere, or look for it in my channel's bio. You can tell I kind of like colors a lot, both the Wii and DS version and the HD version. It is my favorite 3D Sonic game.
Really? I didn't know that about you.
It is. I actually used to speedrun Sonic Colors Wii. I found a skip in Colors Wii actually. Sid calls it the Kirby is bad skip because I literally found it by being bad at the game. It's an accidental 3D and 2D that I found in Aspect Coaster 1. Sid even calls it out in his like 2020 run, I think, of Colors Wii. He's like, "Thank you, Kirby, for being bad at the game. We're finding this 5-second time save." And I'm like, "You're welcome."
I remember that.
See? Sonic agrees. The announcer agrees. Colors Wii is amazing. All right, yeah, that was a boss, by the way. Yeah, bosses in this game, like they feel very good to do because like they are still like not trivial, but they also are still very quick if you know what you do. So they're very nice. What's not nice is catching this laser, which I got very quickly. Good job, me. All right, this is my favorite zone in the game. It is very difficult, and we got laser, and laser is very fun because it goes noom. All right. Enjoy the cozy music. Maybe I shouldn't yap too much, but music is banger. All right. Maintaining speed cap there. Want to not do that. You want to kill an extra shark here for boost management. You can just see how powerful air boost is. Break, air boost, boop, air boost. Jump, air boost, wait a bit, hug the wall, air boost. Now we're gonna use drill one last time here. Intentional to lose my rings to avoid the special stage prompt. Get a laser up here. I think that might be too high. Yeah, that was too high. Unfortunate.
Right, this game had special stages. I forgot.
Yeah.
I've had you
I actually
run
like
it for
them a
me.
lot, though. I like the special stages in this game a lot, though, especially the music. Oh, man.
Yeah, the music is very good.
All right. Not amazing, but hey, we take those. All right. So other fun fact is like this game has a standard like 2 acts per zone, but every zone also has 3 missions, which are like mini stages, similar to like the mini stages of Colors Wii, except you have like a mission. Some of them can be like collect this many rings, collect this many wisps, beat the stage under this timer.
Think more like the missions in Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations.
Yeah, that's a good comparison actually. Yeah, pretty much those. All right, I think I can. Hold on. Ooh, made it.
Ooh, okay, nice.
So that's called an RBJ, a reverse boost jump off a slope. I've been doing it a lot, but I never really mentioned it because slope jumping is a thing you can do in pretty much every Sonic game, almost every Sonic game. Not Rivals because it's Rivals. But when you jump off an uphill slope, you lose horizontal speed, but you get vertical height, and vice versa if you jump off a downhill slope. And turns out, if you have a lot of speed when doing an uphill slope jump, you get a lot of height. And it also turns out, because you can boost in this game, if you boost and jump on the same frame, on an uphill slope, you get a ridiculous amount of height. And that, like, unfortunately, is kind of the thing that makes this Sonic just a better character than Blaze and Rush Adventure to a lesser degree. Because, like, that is how you make shortcuts, RBJs, and Sonic's boost is just much better than Blaze's. Because he's just faster. So he accesses a lot more shortcuts than Blaze, even though Blaze is supposed to be the shortcut character. There's a lot of cool stuff Blaze can do, though, especially in Rush Adventure. Rush, not as much, except for one cool glitch she can do. Because there's, like, I think one stage in Rush that she is faster than Sonic in, and that is because she has a glitch to skip half the stage. And she is only, like, a half second faster than Sonic, even with that. really goes to show how biased Rush's level design is in favor of Sonic. Just so unfortunate. All right, we got a boss, and this is probably the hardest boss in the speedrun. So we're gonna do kind of a cool setup Speed Breaker found, where we're gonna have to grab a laser, basically. So that means we need to get boost, and then boost into the boss to get laser. And I need to hit the red torpedo in the top screen. What? All right, I'm gonna try it again. I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, it's just like, we gotta boost this into the top screen. Or not, I suppose?
All right, come on. That green torpedo is supposed to be on the right side. There we go. Okay.
There it is.
That angle. This is very tight to get this hit. Hit him with one laser. Then RBJ here, get that. Then, okay, I'm trying this one more time. I messed that up. This is a really cool kill. I really want to get this, but I'll give it like one more try if this one fails. All right, wait for the green missile.
Go for the swag.
Fling it back up. Get this up here. Got him. And then we need to get the red torpedo with an RBJ. Do a blind shot. Got it. Okay. You have to do that shot in the blind spot between the screens. Because if you're too early, you can't hit the boss. If you're too late, he starts attacking. Your only window is to aim a blind laser at him when you cannot see the laser ready to go. And then finish him that way. Very difficult, but very cool. Alright. Asteroid Coaster. This is a very swag stage, and also a very difficult zone. Very fun, though. Alright. So now we're going to unlock the Void Wisp, which is totally not a different form of Asteroid or Frenzy, where you stuff and go bigger.
Frenzy!
Frenzy! Alright, take a wild guess. Which of the 4 spots is this Wisp going to spawn in? I'm going to guess top left. Wow.
Wow.
Psychic. It's always top left. But I'm guessing that was an actual guess from you.
That was an actual guess from me because it's been years since I've seen this run.
Nice.
I haven't seen... Okay, legit. I don't think I've seen this run in full since you did this for me. I know that we've had it since on other Sonic marathons, but I haven't seen this run in full since you did the best ending run back in 2020 for Sonic and the Shiny Things, which was the first... Yeah, that was the first... that was the first Sonic marathon we did on Hotfix, and that was before I was a host and I was just a planner for it.
Right. Void, what does it do? You fly and you eat stuff to get big. So we're gonna kind of do a bit of an exploit here, where if you, while you're transitioning through the next size, if you happen to be matching the direction you're going, you can go a bit further, and if you did that correctly, we can break this while you're not supposed to. Did not make it, unfortunately, so we have to burn this laser. We ideally conserve this laser for another part coming up. It's not a big deal, it loses like 2 seconds. But since I didn't get to conserve that laser, I have to grab that laser and do this. Let's skip this. Slide. Thankfully, the game gives you a prompt to tap the R button. You slide underneath that, because it's kind of hard to see that coming when you're playing this blindly. Still hard to get, though, in your first playthrough, because that's still a very small window to react to. Fun fact, I have a slower reaction time than an average human. So, you don't need fast reactions to speedrun Sonic. You just have to play the game a lot, so you don't have to react. Or you can also just not fall into acid like that and die. Alright, where am I? That's not too far back, it's fine. We want to grab this laser, and then take roller coaster, auto scroller, except not, bye. And skip to the end of the stage. All right. Amber.
Yes.
Do you like auto scrollers? You saw one in Starlight Carnival.
I love me some auto scrollers.
Yeah. I want to hear from chat. What is your opinion on auto scrollers?
If you
Oh, here's one right here. Hope you enjoyed it.
I mean,
All right.
I am legally.
This Void is mandatory. You can't really skip it, and Void is slow, so you can't really do much about it. But we want to grab this laser here. Got it. And then break speed cap, hit the boost pad. When you hit boost pads in this game, your controls are kind of locked in that direction, which can be good, which can be bad. All right, another auto spoiler. All right, hope you liked it. That was a really cool auto spoiler, I must say. And mandatory Void here. Void is very awkward to control. I still don't have a very good handle of it compared to like Diamond or Speed Breaker. Okay. Auto spoiler here. Hope you like it. Another auto spoiler here. Hope you like it. Oops. It's fine. I boosted too high. That's why I always stomp there, just in case I'm too high. All right. Very tight RBJ here. That's another auto spoiler. So we have to take that auto spoiler. Yeah. All right. Hope you like those auto spoilers. Those are very... lots of auto spoilers that we just took. But roller coasters are very fun, though, to be fair. But that's actually not good. I didn't get the aspirate I'm supposed to. Nah, that's not enough. All right, that's fine. All right, we're just gonna take this then. We're supposed to skip all this with the laser route, but I didn't eat the stuff I was supposed to with Void to go fast enough. Because the bigger you are, the faster you go. So that's okay. Just have to take the casual route. It happens. All right. One last Void section here. All right. We got one last auto spoiler. Are you ready, Amber?
Oh, I am so
glorious
ready.
Auto spoiler.
Hydrate, chat.
Yeah, and yeah. Wait, did you really think I was gonna skip that? Mad at skipping auto scrollers. Who would ever do that? Right.
Dude. I guess we got some interactivity.
Yep.
At the very end there.
And I kind of want to get off the ride a bit sooner, so yeah.
Let me off, Fake Man's Wild
Let me off.
Ride.
Let me off. All right. Now we got the sixth boss here, Scullion. So this is a boss where we want to actively avoid rings. So this boss's arena loops, and we want to conserve these rings for when we get the void, because rings do count towards your size. So I'm gonna be doing this setup at 0 rings at risk of dying. And I biled this boss a lot, so fine. Don't worry, we're fine. We're fine. Void. Nom nom.
Oh my god, the frame rate.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Frames.
Void eats more than just rings. It eats the frames.
It eats the frame. It eats the boss. 2367. World record is 2349 by me, by the way.
Very nice.
Yeah, this boss is great because you literally eat the boss. It's great. I don't think you do that in Colors Wii. You don't do that anywhere in Colors Wii.
No, not even.
Colors Wii version of this boss, you do rockets. Yeah, you do rocket. I used to speedrun Colors Wii. Did you know that? I kind of want to next year do a Wii series of all the Sonic speedruns. So that would be Secret Rings, Black Knight, Colors, and Unleashed Wii. But that's not official yet. I need to see if I'm burned out on Sonic after this. All right, we got Terminal Velocity. I need to really focus on this, one of the hardest stages to do cleanly, because I'm an idiot and I'm gonna do the task route. Okay. Hardest part here. Perfect. That's the task time. Perfect. 3603.
Very nice.
Now we got the final boss. That is an unfortunate pattern. All right, so this is pretty much a victory lap. You just have to dodge in the pattern and then boost into the boss, and you'll get the wisp. You can kind of see like 5 wisp icons, bottom of Sonic screen. Pretty chill boss. This is also a very difficult attack to dodge, right here. So I have to really focus. Very difficult. Oh, whoops. Boost went there too early. That's fine. Dodge a few lasers. Boom. And now he's going to use Void against us. This is really cool because in this game, and and Lost World, by the way, he uses the wisps against you, the final boss. So it's kind of a cool touch. All right. So now we have a mashing segment here, and the game prompts you to mash the X button. And your mashing speed does matter here, but the great news about this is that the game tells you to mash the X. Might be why, I don't remember. But, fun fact, all 4 face buttons work. So I have all 4 fingers on all 4 buttons ready to mash my heart out. And bye. Time will be coming up on the results screen. 129.98. Time. And that is Colors DS.
Such a cool run. It's genuinely such a cool game. Mm-hmm. They really are. But
they're a good reason why they're all beloved.
Oh, indeed. And we're gonna go from a beloved game to a not so beloved game.
Yeah.
So, okay. I like the PSP. Chad, do you like the PSP? Because Kirby's gonna set up Sonic Rivals. We were originally going to do a poll of Sonic Rivals versus Rivals 2, but there's a reason we're not doing 2. It is a thing. It is a thing, and Sonic Rivals is more fun.
I take my word for that.
Oh, yeah. And I liked Sonic Rivals 2 like when I was in high school, but it also was the one I played rather than Sonic Rivals 1. But while I hold chat hostage for a few moments while Kirby has to go set up the PSP, and I'm not joking, this is being captured with a PSP. But hey, I'm one of those like 3 people who have a Vita. You chill. I liked the Vita. I just wish it wasn't dead on arrival. Anyways, I just want to tell y'all about Back to Black. That's going to be GDQ's all-black charity speedrunning event that supports Race Forward going live in February 5th to the 8th and is currently accepting runs and volunteer submissions. You can submit your runs at gdq.gg/submit. So for more information about the event, you should visit gdq.gg/BAF. And while we're shouting out other communities, the Frame Fatales are a community of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, much like we share a passion for speedrunning here. They share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity. In addition to their 2 flagship events, they host activities year-round in their community Discord, like Game of the Month and randomizer events. Type !FF in chat to learn more and get involved. And I just want to thank y'all for being here tonight. We're still going. We still have one more game. Don't worry, because you look at this banner. There's 16 games here. We've got 2 more games to go for the night because we're doing 6 of these 16. And Rivals is on the way. And if you didn't play Rivals on the PSP, that's probably because you were playing either Monster Hunter or Phantasy Star, like I was. I was playing Phantasy Star Portable a lot. And then maybe you were playing one of the GTA games on it. Those were pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Phantasy Star Portable, but God, I love the PSP. What a good little system. Yeah, the Vita was great if only Sony remembered that they released it in the US. I agree. Like, I strongly agree with that feeling, honestly. Now, the PSP had plenty of consoles. The PSP had plenty of games, like the one we're about to see, because we are ready for Sonic Rivals. Go ahead and take it away, Kirby. Tell us about Sonic Rivals and why Rivals 1 is a better speed game than Rivals 2.
Hello. I am playing on a physical PSP connected to my TV, and you are watching the connection through the TV. Right, Sonic Rivals 1 and 2, they are games, but made by a completely different developer. They are very janky, or better and worse. Honestly, kind of worse, but there's still some fun to be had. This game is very fun to speedrun, despite all of its issues. You'll see some of those coming up with the bosses, but you probably heard me taking a lot of jabs at Sonic Rush bosses. Because Sonic Rush is a speedrun that's a 30-minute speedrun where you can lose up to 8 minutes from boss luck. Yeah, Rivals 2 is that, but worse. I'm not exaggerating. It's just that, but worse.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There is literally a casino fight that took me 9 minutes in my casual playthrough. First speedrun took 4.5 minutes. Second speedrun took 1 minute, I think. It's quite frankly one of the most miserable Sonic speedruns in existence. But there's still some fun to be had. So there's still some fun in it. But Rivals 1 is a game that I do enjoy running a lot. It's a much more consistent run. It's a very interesting run and unique run because like I'll probably take like quick 20 seconds to explain this. This game is a PvP game. And this game has a power-up system where a lot of power-ups are scattered through the stage. Some of them cycle. And every character has their own special, which is when you get the star power-up. And Sonic's is the go fast button, basically. But the speedrun is very focused around understanding how to get those cycles to line up and or taking advantage of like when you know which power-up's going to come up. And that makes this game as a speedrun very unique and interesting. So this game has 4 different story characters. For all intents and purposes, the other 3 characters are exactly the same because their specials kind of suck compared to Sonic's. But if you want to know who the worst character is, Shadow is, because he races Knuckles and Silver the most. Not because he's bad, but because he races Knuckles and Silver the most because they're terrible to race against. But Sonic has its own special. So, all right. So we will get ready. Got a timer ready, right?
I'm ready for you.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You got some mashing to go through cutscenes. Sadly, no cutscene skip. Rivals 2 has cutscene skips and full voice acting. So, like, honestly, credit where credit is due. Like, Rivals 2 is, like, honestly, kind of a better game in every way in terms of presentation and, like... Yeah. And aesthetics and stuff. It's just a much better game. It's just... The gameplay that's just worse in almost every way, sadly. All right, that's the star power-up. That's Sonic Boom. This is what the entire run revolves around. Routing this out, and you just go fast, and you're invulnerable while using Sonic Boom. All right, and we got another one here. That's one that is always a star. The first star we got is a cycle, so we need to be fast enough to grab that, I think around the 10-second mark. All the power-ups are local cycles. This one cycles between ice and star, so we got a star there after waiting a tiny bit. Next one coming up is always a star. We want to take the top route here. Other characters take the lower route because they don't care about stars. Stars are actively bad for other characters, by the way. So one of the things in this game is that you kind of want to get power-ups as much as possible, even if they're not stars, because you basically just want to make sure your rival doesn't get a power-up, because they can use it against you and make you lose a lot. That's just why stars are like actually bad for other characters, because when you use a star with other characters, they stop and have an animation, and that is slow. But Sonic is the opposite. You go fast. So you want stars as much as possible with Sonic. With all the other characters, you generally want to avoid stars if you can help it. Because when you have a star...
Does Silver have his scramble ability in this game, or is that just Rivals 2? Okay, it's
both. Yeah, which is why Silver is miserable. That was really good. 122. Very good.
That was very smooth, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was yapping half the time, too. And I'm playing with a PSP with replaced buttons, so I'm not used to this. All right, so... There's going to be a little bit of cycle manipulation coming up. I'm going to be setting up a spin dash and releasing at 9.5 seconds to manipulate a double star coming up. So we're going to drop this ice just to slow down Knuckles a bit. We're going to wait here. 9.5 seconds. Go. And if we did this correctly, this should be a star. Skip that. Another star here. Oh, I was too slow. I was too slow. Okay. That's not a big deal. It's like a 2-second time loss. Because that one, both of those cycle between ice and star. But we start over that and skip this little half pipe here and get some extra speed. Not a big deal. Now, ironically, this is a stage where stars aren't really that valuable for Sonic. So ideally, these aren't going to be fires. But if we play this cleanly, these will be fire power-ups. And fire power-up is, oh, we got a star here. Okay, I played so badly, I got a star there. All right. Anyways, so the other power-up we do care about getting, that's not a star, is fire. Because the power-ups are different depending on whether you're ahead or behind. And the fire power-up, thanks for teleporting Knuckles, by the way.
I watched that happen. I'm like, are you kidding me?
The fire power-up, what it does if you're ahead is it gives you a shield. And that is very useful because it protects you against your opponent's power-ups. That one, unfortunately, wasn't ice. That cycles between ice and fire. So yeah, fire is just very good to have because that extra protection is really nice. Because that's something you just have to accept when running this game. You will get screwed over by your rival somewhere, some way. That is just something you have to do. Right there, usually your rival shoots a fireball there. Not all the time, but sometimes. But we got pretty lucky here because Knuckles didn't really troll us too much, so not too bad. Right. We got the first boss. Lots and lots of luck. Basically, we have to fight a turtle, and we have to hit it when its head pops out. When its head pops out is random, and when it pops out, it is random whether it rotates left, right, or it stays stationary. It is completely random. And yeah, so we just have to hope it comes out quickly. And for hits 4 through 6, you pretty much just can't keep up with it. So you just have to pray that it either rotates towards you or stays stationary. If you don't have to get really lucky. And Knuckles just really got me there. Holy moly. So you see those numbers in the bottom left and right corners? Those are the number of hits you've got. And this is basically a race to see who can get 6 hits first, basically. Okay, that was lucky. So you can't keep up. We just have to pray. That's okay, luck. We're going to go the opposite direction. Come this way. Fantastic. Okay. That was really good luck. That was amazing luck. What was that time there out of here? Sorry, 35. That's good.
I like that Eggman is a texture.
Yeah, the Eggman texture is very funny. Yeah. This is honestly a very impressive game from a technical scale. This is the game that competed with the DS basically. And yeah. All right, so we are racing Silver, and if you follow my social media, you might know I have very not so positive things to say about Silver, and that is because, as Amber alluded to, his special is scrambling your controls. It is terrible. Get your controls scrambled. Very, very, very bad. Knuckles is Hammer Punch. He just stuns you for like 3 seconds, which is the next worst thing, which is why, unfortunate. What? That doesn't happen often. Silver zapped us. We'll get the star here. Knuckles is his Hammer Punch where he just stuns you, which also sucks, but at least it's consistent and won't eat you off the wrong route or something stupid like that. And Shadows is slows down time, which loses you time, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really hurt you, which is why Shadow's the worst character. Why we like racing him, but sadly, that was too low. We're supposed to take the top round and get the star, but that's fine. Unfortunately for Sonic, he races Shadow only once, I think, and that's it. So he does have the Shadow problem where, there it is, scramble controls. I figured out the right button quickly. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, because it's different. The thing about Silver's power-up is when we say it scrambles your controls, we mean it scrambles it. It is random what it pushes your buttons to every time. So it's not a hard, it just reverses your controls. That would be too easy.
Mm-hmm. It is random. So
yeah.
And because your controls are scrambled for just long enough where it is very impactful, but not so long to the point where taking your time to figure out the controls is ever worth it. It's almost never worth it. Because by the time you figure them out, it's gonna have worn off. So it's just really bad. This is definitely a stage where Silver really likes to troll you a lot, which is just how it goes. He's right behind us actually. He's pretty close. But again, that's just something you have to accept when running this game. All right. We're gonna use this star here. Hopefully he doesn't use that extra power up against us. Oh, he reversed our controls again. It should wear off by the time we land though, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, there we go.
That was pretty bad, but it's rivals. You just have to deal with it. Act 2, if this goes smoothly, Act 2 will look really cool because this is a stage where if everything lines up really well and I play properly, you'll just get star after star after star. Also, we're getting lucky here. I'll explain why I said that later, but I need to focus here. All right, usually shoots fireball here. There we go. All right. Okay. So another benefit of Star that they removed in Sonic Rivals 2 is that you're invulnerable during it, so it's very good. And this is a defense Star because usually Silver fires a power up at you during this period, which he didn't do in this case. That's okay. Okay, and now there's 2 different routes I can take depending on how I time the jump coming up. Bottom's preferred. We didn't get bottom, so we got a Star up there instead. Jump here. Okay. This is going to be lightning, then we'll get okay, got a lightning. That's supposed to rotate into a star, but I think if I wait a tiny bit longer, yeah, we should be able to get a star. Got it. Okay. And I'm not supposed to fall down here, though. Can I get back up there? I think there's a spring down there. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, Silver caught up. Hi, Silver.
It's like, hi, nice Silver. What are you
nice
doing
rubber banding
here?
You got there. All right. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Okay, so we almost got a starter. That is a power-up that cycles between Fire, Ice, Lightning, Star. We got a Fire Shield, which is still good. I probably should have waited to use that, but I don't think Silver can get any other power-ups for a while.
I watched him follow you,
when an enemy hits
which was really funny.
So Silver might get the power-up. We need to rush it. Okay, we're good. All right, so we got the second boss. This is the boss where, like, technically speaking, there is no luck involved in terms of the time, but it is still random. Like, its behavior is random. It's just when it's vulnerable, it's not random. So I have to pretty much be constantly keeping an eye on this boss and trying to be in a good position to hit it when it becomes vulnerable. So again, 6 hits to kill. It'll drop down from the sky after 3 bombs for the first 2 hits, 5 bombs for the 3rd and 4th hit, and then 7 bombs for the last 2 hits. It is a very awkward position. That's okay. I have that ready. So I need to keep an eye on it. You gonna turn? No. Right. Silver can really get in the way because if you want to like homing attack the boss, get around, or homing attack the boss itself, then your homing attack might go after your rival itself, and that's not what you want, which is very bad. This music is a banger though. Like I do like this boss theme a lot. It is very good. We got unlucky there with this platform. I don't know how many. Be around here. Okay.
Oh yeah, like there are things to like about both rival games a lot. The presentation of Rivals 2 is very good, especially for a handheld Sonic. But it's giving me that kind of vibe, and I hate it here. I like Frontiers, but some of the like the big like not titans, but like some of the like mini bosses like Squid. Squid's the first one I could think of because of the stupid meme with it, but like the eye catch of Squid is all I could think about. But like some of them in like the 2nd and 3rd areas, just no. That one gave me a vibe from one of the second ones.
Star? We want to release that spin dash at the 9-second mark to get a star. So this is the rare casino. This is a rare casino zone that's like actually fun. It's a casino zone. It counts, even though it's a carnival.
Oh, it is. It's a carnival, actually, I think. But still, it counts as like, you know, the whimsical amusement park casino-y zones.
Getting that ice upgrade is slower, but again, if you can, you want to grab power-ups just so your rival can't get it. All right, so we just triggered. Oh, I'm a little bit ahead on cycle because of that. I was supposed to land in the middle ring, not the ring. So, because the power-up cycles are local. They are not global. They are very, very big local cycles. But the one that's coming up, if I wanted to be stars, I could wait a little bit, and now this should be a star. I waited too long. Oh well, it's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, this is a guaranteed star here. And this is probably one of those really cool stages because say hi to Sonic in the background. We've got a cool little skip coming up here. It'll explain itself. Please self-explanatory. Yeet and yeet and see ya.
Oh my god. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, no, this game actually has pretty cool skips. Star. not many of them. Like, they're all pretty small skips, all things considered, but they look cool. And, like, honestly, that's also one of the things I really prefer about this game over Rivals 2. Is, like, Rivals 2 has, like, almost no skips. There's, like, two stages that have minor skips like that, but the Rivals 1 has a lot more of those. And they're pretty cool. Rivals 2 is, like, very platforming heavy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but, like, one of the things I haven't mentioned in this game is that this game and Rivals 2, they have innate input delay.
Yeah.
Even on the physical P, it's about 1/4 of a second. It's really bad. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not as big of a deal in this game because this game is, like, a lot more streamlined in terms of, like, holding right and auto-playing itself, but Rivals 2 is very platforming heavy, and that is very bad with input latency of about 1/4 of a second. It is terrible. Like, if you look at Black Doom Speedruns, who is also, like, another speedrunner, you can quite literally see it on his controller overlay, the input delay. It's just that bad. Or I think Alexis, I think that's their name, the record holder of Rivals 2, you can see their input display with the latency as well. It is actually that bad. So yeah, like, it makes running this game in Rivals 2 kind of miserable in a sense. This game, again, is not as big of a deal because you don't have as much, like, hardcore type platforming as Rivals 2, but it is definitely still pretty impactful. Okay. All right, so if I play this cleanly, okay, by the way, this stage is exactly the same as Act 1.
I was gonna say, is this not the exact same act?
It has, like, slightly different assets, but it is the same act. Zone 5 is also the same way. The pattern is that whenever you race Metal Sonic, you're doing the same race.
Gotcha.
Again, there are different assets, such as that gap I just jumped over in Act 1 that's like a trick booster. In this case, it's like a bridge. That turns into. Say hi to Evil Tails in the background. We're going to see Evil Amy in the background, who just murdered Sonic. Because that used to be Sonic in the background in Act 1 right there. Bye.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, that should work. Okay, skipped. That's a bit of a skip there. And we got another skip coming up here. If I got a star, I can do a faster version of the skip, but I didn't get a star, unfortunately, so I had to do a slower version. And that skips another big loop there. All right, cool. Lots of cool skips. I also forgot to mention that I did a death abuse earlier in the stage to save like 6 seconds, which is a pretty significant skip. So again, like, this game has, like, a lot of small, cool little skips like that. Oh, oops. Supposed to finesse here. I thought it was Act 1. That's a guaranteed star, thankfully. Yeah, I also neglected to mention, because I was also yapping too much, that you can skip this block here, which I did in Act 1. All right, see ya. Okay, this zone is really nice because you're racing, there aren't really many opportunities for your rival to screw you over, and even if they do, Shadow's special slows down time, oh no, and Metal Sonic's special is copying you, which is Sonic's, which isn't going to do anything to you. So, yeah, this is a very nice stage. Now, there is no boss in this zone for whatever reason, but sadly, we are going to be racing Silver, which is miserable. So here we go. This is a bit of AI manipulation to hopefully Silver get a fireball. Good, there we go. Just to make sure, because if he waited a bit too long there, he'd get a lightning power up and he would zap us guaranteed. But now we just zapped him and murdered him, which is great because we don't like Silver in this game. Terrible.
Can't believe Silver is dead.
This is also a cool little stage. Like, there's a lot of optimizations I found recently when I got into learning this game. So there's a kind of a cool jump you can do here by gaining a lot of speed. Cut across the springs and also get an extra power up to burn. Just to make sure Silver can grab it. Because you used to, like, bounce on all these springs, but that's slow. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a guaranteed star power up there. Up here, use it. Then do a jump here, get this star here. Get a lot of speed by landing on that downhill slope. Use it. Get another star here. Again, like, this game, what makes this game really fun to run is a lot of, like, the power-up management, and it's very satisfying when you nail it. All right, so you can use the star. Screw it, I'm using it. I'm gonna go for the skip. There is a very difficult skip that Black Doom is so good at, and I cannot do consistently, but I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I'll go like 2 more tries. Okay. Nope, we're not getting it. Oh no! Silver.
Oh no! Silver!
No,
Silver, come back!
Yeah, you can skip this ring around right here. It's a very difficult skip though. Yeah, there's a reason I don't go for it normally. Thankfully, there's a guaranteed starter that Silver works for us. Okay, so he is ahead, but, you know, we'll make him pay. After all, it's no use for him. I don't know where I was going with that joke. I just wanted to say that. Oh, yeah, fun fact. That pulley, there's only one of them because Sonic Rivals design. In a lot of spots, there are 2 pulleys just to make sure that your rival can get one. But there's a few cases where you only put in one, and I think there's one where you just die. Your rival gets it before you. Might actually lose at this rate because I went for that.
Yeah, I was like, are we about to lose?
All right, see ya.
Okay.
Nope, we're Sonic. We got Sonic privileges.
Fine, everything's under control.
We're fine. We're fine.
I feel like if that was Rivals 2, we would have lost. Just out of spite.
All right, Act 2. Oh yeah, so we got lucky here. So charging a spin dash during the countdown is slow. Actually, I'm gonna restart that just to have a better setup. So you kind of want to avoid doing this if you can help it, but if your rival does it, you kind of have to because you need to stay ahead of them. But if your rival decides not to spin dash, then what you can do is, I'm gonna try that again.
Fall in a pit.
Yeah, I fall in a pit like that. Okay, he does it again. Anyways, what you can do if he decides not to spin dash at the start is, don't spin dash and then do a manual spin dash instead of like the countdown spin dash, and that is significantly faster. So you kind of want to pay attention to what your rival is doing at the start and take advantage of that. Usually, your rival will more often than not do a spin dash, so you kind of are forced to do a lower spin dash. Start here. Okay, and we just hold right. Water break. Assuming Silver doesn't troll us. Usually doesn't, but can happen.
Yeah, oh, there he is. Hold right can turn into hold any other button.
So if we're fast enough, we can get this star before it turns fire. Got it. Okay.
Nice.
Not perfect, but okay. I think I slowed down a little bit there too much, but that might be enough for this to turn into another star. Okay, not quite. It's not really that important of a star to get, to be fair. So, but I think that goes magnet and star. No, I wouldn't have gotten it. I think it goes tornado, magnet, star there. So I don't think it was worth it. This is the kind of thing you need to know about running this game. It's like things will go wrong, so just memorizing how all the power cycles work is very helpful. And it has a bit of a steep learning curve. A very different kind of skill set. And it's a very fun skill set.
Yeah, I feel like compared to like some of the other games that we've seen tonight, and also like, especially when you're doing 16 runs back to back to back to back. Like something like Rivals, when learning these games, was like probably like a bit of a breath of fresh air, for better or worse sometimes. But like, it just requires, it just asks different things of the player.
Absolutely. And like I guess that's why like I appreciate this game as a speedrun despite all its issues. That's a very interesting speedrun from that perspective. It's very unique. Sadly, I did say with all of its issues, and one of those is here, Egglings. And yeah, this is basically a Sonic Rush boss. So, okay. You have to hit this boss 6 times. You have to hit this boss 6 times, and he will fire sets of icicles. How long the icicles fire is random. That was really quick. And sometimes he can decide to fire multiple sets. You can decide to fire 3 sets and lose you 40 seconds, and also these hitboxes don't work half the time because it's Sonic Rivals. That is, like, honestly, how I would sum up all my issues with Sonic Rivals is that the game doesn't work. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm like kind of not exaggerating, honestly. There's just a lot of stuff in this game that just kind of doesn't function the way it should. And especially iframes. Iframes are a big one. That's not super impactful in a speedrun, thankfully, but like if things go really wrong in like this fight or the last boss fight, you will see that issue kick in hard. Because like how do iframes work in this game? Oh, there you go, you saw it.
Oh, he's really going.
Yeah, if you get hit by a boss or a hazard or something, your rival will ignore those iframes, and vice versa. So if you get hit by your rival, then anything from a boss or a hazard will hit you. Also, when your rival punches you, they can combo you with a homing attack, and vice versa. So your rival can just literally combo you infinitely if they feel like it, and you cannot do crap about it, because video games. And I have literally gotten stun locked for like 40 seconds once in the last boss, and I cannot do anything about it. It's just so bad. This game's not glitchy like 06, but it's a lot of issues I would say just kind of comes from like mechanical issues like that, really. But this is a plenty playable game besides issues, and I still appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, no, this game is very playable. Like, it's got its mechanical issues when you are trying to optimize it, when you are trying to be faster at it. But as a casual game, like both Rival games, Rivals 2 can be frustrating sometimes here and there, but like mechanically, the games just have some design flaws, honestly.
Yep.
And especially when you're going from like other 2D platformer Sonic games to this one, like where things are a fair bit different and don't work the way that you would expect them to in a Sonic game. It's not that they don't work entirely, it's just like they function really strangely. Although the iframes being like source exclusive is kind of it's probably not what it's supposed to be doing, actually.
It's really bad. They kind of fixed it in Rivals 2. That's like one of the good positives I will say about Rivals 2.
Yeah.
Presumably because they have to, because you literally had rival fight. So.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed my casual playthrough of Rivals 2, like, way back when. It's got, like, I think the rival fights were my big frustrations. Like, the boss fights are whatever, but, like, the rival fights, I think, are what got me in that game. Like,
oh, for me, the bosses were the bad part. Oh, by the way, fun death abuse here. Warp us forward. Yeet. Does not work in Act 2, unfortunately. By the way, Act 2 is the same as Act 1 because it is a Metal Sonic race. This is my favorite zone in the game. Like, this zone just has a cool jam to it, in my opinion, and it just has a really cool flow to it when it goes smoothly. I just like the aesthetics a lot because you don't really have any Sonic stages where you're like in a junkyard, honestly. And honestly, pretty cool.
Genuinely believe that, like, if the race mechanic, if the rival mechanic was removed from this game entirely and they cleaned it up to focus primarily on single player and expanded the stages a bit, like, you could have had genuinely like a really good 2.5D Sonic game out of these two games.
Actually, Rivals 2 has a mode like that. It's called Free Play, where you can play replay stages without like anything, and it actually adds like how that you can explore. So like that's like it goes back to my summation of Rivals 2 versus 1. Rival 2 is just like kind of just a better game than Rivals 1 in every way in terms of like presentation, quality of life, features.
Oh, absolutely.
Content. It's just mechanically, ugh. Whereas this game is just there. All right.
Yeah.
We are racing Metal Sonic. He's not spin dashing. All right. So you get to see an example of that where I do a normal spin dash and you just go faster. Because Metal Sonic decided not to spin dash. So this is the same stage as Act 1 with some different assets. We are actually going to be using a defensive instance of a star here, because usually Metal Sonic fires a homing missile here. I think he fired it. I didn't see it. He usually fires it there, so you can usually tank it with the special. Oh well, fine. Okay, you normally want to skip this jump ramp, but it's... Oh, God. He got us there. Okay.
He really did.
All right, we're good. Guaranteed star here.
I'm actually surprised that platform was able to catch you.
I know, same. I was shocked that it didn't die there. That's a very bad spot to die in because you respawn before the previous jump ramp. It's very bad. How do I know? Because I've done it so many times. One of the things about speedrunning is chances are, if you screw something up, chances are the speedrunner has screwed it up more than you have. Right. That's not a star I normally route in, but I'm going to use it anyways. Just mitigate time loss, because that's not a route you're supposed to take. But no big deal. There was a death abuse here that I normally did in Act 1. In Act 2, the checkpoint is far back. You can do it in Act 2, but it's a lot harder and riskier and takes a lot less. So not worth it in Act 2. Okay. If you're slow enough, the power-up I got would have been a star, but that star doesn't really help that much. Okay. So just normally a wall here in Act 1, it's gone. We're going to bounce on the enemy. Grab power up here, not a star per chance. We're just going to burn it so Metal Sonic can't use it against us. We did get a star here, though. We're going to save it for a skip at the end. Because game skips are cool. Oh yeah, there's 3 boost pads here. The third one's not there in Act 1. Why? I don't know. It's just weird.
Of all things that they decided to change between the 2 acts.
All right, see ya, zipline. Bye-bye. All right. So we've got this boss here. Amber, how's your day going? How's your evening?
Oh, it's
what
going great. I'm having a great time over here.
Oh, yeah, I'm having a great time with Donkey Kong here. Yeah. We got another boss here. Eggman's in the forehead.
It's gonna be a boss happening in the background here.
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite things, just mashing the circle button. Very, very productive. Oh, I died. Oh no, whatever will I do? Oh, he's here. Okay. Okay, yeah, actually, okay, I'm gonna reset that.
Wow.
I got comboed there.
Absolutely bullied.
Oh man, I got bullied. All right, this boss has luck to it, but like, he can. So yeah, you see he can fire missiles, and typically before he spawns, he only fires one set of missiles. But occasionally, even on the first hit, he'll fire 2 sets. For whatever, and you lose like 20 seconds if it happens. Nothing you can do about it, but it seems to be pretty darn rare because probably about 50% of my fights have gotten perfect luck. That means 6 times in a row he does not fire extra missiles. So like it has to be pretty uncommon for that to happen in the first place. But if it does happen, it really sucks because that's a rip 20 seconds. I've had a fight where he did it 3 times. And that
I am
felt bad.
genuinely glad that someone else sees the like Andrew Oinkany, like Star Fox.
Oh, I saw that
here. Oh yeah. It's just like it's not just me who sees this, and it's just like, yeah, that's Andrew. Like that's Oinkany. Well, he's Oinkany in like Star Fox Assault, but he's Andrew in when he's on Star Wolf.
All right, 3 hits. Oh, very interactive fight. Just holding left. Great. This is about a 2.5 minute fight, I think, where you just hold left. And we gotta give the left button some love because we've been holding right for so long, so that's why I'm going left.
That's so true.
Yeah, gotta give it some love.
I also blame boss fights like this for why whenever I am like playing any game that has boss fights, my instinct is to always run around in a circle around the boss.
It works.
I blame this, I blame Rush, I blame so many Sonic games for that.
Boss with luck and negligible interactivity. Yeah, it sounds like a Rush boss to me.
Yeah.
Just like this. All right. Ooh, that's gonna freeze me. All right, we're good. That is one thing I need to watch out for. If you see those gray missiles chasing you around, you can get frozen. Doesn't really matter if Eggman's not out, but it does matter if he is out, and I have lost time with that before. Nice combo there. Iframes don't exist in this game. There he is. One of my favorite things about running this game as Shadow is that you get to kick Silver. Just random fact.
He gets to do it in a second game.
Yeah, you get to do It's a really funny animation too. Kind of like the Sonic 06 animation. Just a casual kick. All right. So these are legit stages because now everyone's working together to stop Eggman, so we don't have a race here. So these are stages where there are no power-ups. This is just raw platforming and stuff, which, you know, as much as I said that it's nice to have like a game that's like focused on cycles, it is also nice to have a stage like this where you don't worry about that. So this is the last zone in the game. It was a little short there, but no biggie. Okay. Another spin dash here. So the Sonic series just cannot be consistent about the optimal number of taps for spin dashing, by the way. You want to guess how many it is for this game?
3?
Yep, 3. Genesis
that
games
was a
is
guess in the dark, by the way.
Wow, good job. Yeah, Sonic 2, 3, and CD. Well, CD you shouldn't be that mashing. You should be doing the kill out, but it's typically ideally 6, but people usually do 7. Sonic Advance 1 and 3 is 2. Sonic Advance 2 is 1 tap. This game is 3. Pocket Adventure is 6. Rush is, I think, 6. Might be 4. I don't remember off the top of my head because you like never do it. Yeah, the series can't be consistent about that. Lost World 3DS is you just hold the button, which is so nice. Also, I should not be down.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take the lower route here. It's okay. But then Lost World console, I think it's a 6 tap.
I think that's correct.
So Sonic games just cannot be consistent about this.
I mean, I just assumed, like, given the classic, I come from the classic games, like, surely it's got to be a multiple of 3, right?
Yeah, surely. It's like not too big of a deal in like the games with like more inputs. Like Pocket Adventure has only 2 buttons and you 6 taps. That kind of sucks. But Genesis games, you have 3 buttons. Advance 1 and 1, 2, 3, you only have one button, but you're only 2 taps anyways, unless your name is KS. This game is a 1 button 3 tap, which kind of really sucks. So I like Poke Supersonic, and I'm like, how bad does it sound to have to rev 3 tap spin dash with 1 button? He's like, oh my god, that's terrible. And spin dashing is relatively fast.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the old runs you watch in this game and Rivals 2, it has people just spamming homing attack all the time. And it's like, yeah, that works for really short distances, but it's so slow. Like, the break-even point for homing attack, spamming homing attacking being like roughly even with a spin dash is 2 homing attacks distance. If you have to homing attack more than 2 times, you are better off with a spin dash, generally speaking. And you also, when you jump out of a spin dash, you just keep a lot of that speed going. So spin dashing is surprisingly very good. And that's something that I learned when I was trying to find a lot of strats for the non-Sonic runs that I have to records for because I'm dumb and I like running this game, despite its issues. But yeah, like there's a lot of like non-Sonic strats because like, what the frick just happened there?
I don't know,
okay.
But it was funny.
What? The Sonic games just keep on giving. Oh my goodness. All right, well then, Sonic games.
That looked plain to me.
I don't know. I don't know what that was. Also, a nice little skip there, by the way. We're gonna see a few minor skips in this stage. Oops, I undershot that. Okay. So if I land on I didn't actually talk about this, but like the main way of gaining speed without Sonic Boom is landing on downhill slopes. And I know that sounds similar to like what happened in the Sonic Rush series, but like in this game, it's super apparent. Like it's much more noticeable. Like you'll see one right here when we land on that slope. Okay, I didn't land on the slope in that case. I'm supposed to. But come on, get up there. See an example? I'm gonna see any more examples of that soon, actually. No, that's it. All right, well, you have to watch the VOD to look for examples of it. But yeah, that's one of the main ways to get a lot of speed in this game is just landing on steep downhill slopes. And like in Sonic Rush series, if you don't like speedrun yourself, it's really hard to tell if I'm like going faster because of that, because it's relatively negligible how much faster you go when you break speed cap. But in this game, you go like 3 times the speed if you land on a slope. Also, beautiful cutscene. Thank you, Shadow. Silver not helping us because Silver's a dick. All right, we're on the last segment of this thing. This is the last stage in our run, and we have the final boss, which is a boss.
Is it though?
It's a boss. It sure is a boss. It's a what? Okay, it's a boss. Oh, and by the way, level design. Anyways,
what?
Yeah, I know. Don't question it. Right. I was saying something. Oh yeah, so the boss is basically, okay, so I'll explain the boss ahead of time. So what the boss is a train, and there's 4 segments, and you have to each segment 2 times. And they're all like cycle dependent. So like, there's like a bazillion weapons on each ship that fires at you, and the cycles of those ships start when you start tackling the next ship, basically. If I pull this off cleanly, I will look like a god, basically. But chances are, it'll look like a complete crapshoot. And if it looks like a crapshoot, that's because it is. So we're gonna have to do this cleanly. We need to get a super bounce off of Metal Sonic, which is random, which is lovely. All right, here we go. Not what I meant to do. Okay, I'm gonna try that again because I really wanted another attempt at this because it looks cool. But yeah, if you do a full spin dash and jump as you walk into Metal Sonic, you can get a lot of height. Didn't get it there. Okay, one more try.
I know that Eggman puts his face on basically every mech that he possibly can, but this one is probably the tackiest and most nightmare-inducing I've ever seen.
There we go. That's what I want.
Whee!
All right. Go as fast can make this. Okay. Didn't make it. That's fine. Not at the end of the world. That cannon. Come on. There we go. All right, number 2. We want to do a 3-tap spin dash into homing attack onto Metal Sonic. Pray he stays in place and jump over the ice flakes. Ice flakes are bad. Being frozen is bad. Good, got it. Meteors are random, by the way. That's hit number 4. Okay. Okay, that went really smoothly. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Now, ideally, we get 2 super bounces here in a row. If we don't get the first super bounce, we want to run underneath the last cannon, which fires snowflakes. Didn't get one. Run underneath. Fine. Taking damage is better than getting frozen. Where's Metal Sonic? Not there. Okay. All right, well, we got lucky there. Oh, that's why you don't want
lucky there.
Yeah, I got less lucky there. And we just got comboed a little bit there, but it's fine. All right. My favorite setup here is you hold right and you lightly mash the jump button. That is what you do for hit 7. I'm just mashing lightly. All right, that's good. Okay, well, I was supposed to stop mashing there, but that's fine. All right, and now for hit 8, good luck. Time will be coming up soon. Yeah, I don't have a setup for hit 8. You can pray. All right, I should show this off because it's funny. You can look at Eggman's face on the capsule. It looks so janky, doesn't it? On the right side. All right, I hope the game kills me here. Damn it. Time.
GG.
The game has a chance to yeet you all far to the left and kill you, by the way. Doesn't matter on the last hit, thankfully. It counts as a victory, but it's very funny when it happens. I'm pretty sure it happens to the world record.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for bringing us back to the... Oh my god, the face jump scare. Thank you for bringing us back to the age of the PSP. I might have nightmares about this Eggman mech. He had the red lip. Like, what is happening? God. Okay. Get that thing off the screen. Set up for the next game. We're going to take a quick break because we are going to get another DS setup. We're actually going into the era of the 3DS because we're going to be... All right, folks, welcome back to Passion Project, the best place on Twitch to show the world what you love the most in speedrunning and gaming. My name is Amber Cypher, and it has been a long night with Kirby Master and I as we're going through not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 6 out of these 16 games you're seeing on the screen right now as part of Kirby Master's Sonic Handheld 16, which he'll be doing over on his own Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/KirbyMaster, that's Master with an H at the end, December 13th at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. That's a Saturday, by the way. So very little excuse to not go follow him and watch him do this. But we're going into our last run of the night, which we're going to be doing on the 3DS. There's only 2 3DS titles that is included in this passion project of Kirby's. So I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce it. Tell us about Sonic Generations.
Yeah, this is a 3DS. 3DS is a pretty cool system. So Sonic Generations and Sonic Lost World, which is the other game I'm not doing tonight, but in the Handheld 16, they both are games that have a console HD version and also a 3DS version. And the 3DS version of both games is completely different from the console version. Similarly to how Sonic Colors Wii and Sonic Colors DS are also completely different. And they play very differently. They have completely different stages. Well, Generations has completely different stages. Lost World has the same themes, but still different stages. And this version of Sonic Generations has the only stage it shares with the console version is Green Hill because it's Green Hill. So if you haven't seen the 3DS version of Sonic Generations, then all the zones you see will be a surprise, maybe. A lot of people would like to compare this to a Rush game because like it is mostly still a 2D Sonic game that plays kind of like Rush with boost mechanics. But when you watch a speedrun, this is honestly like a Game Gear game, and I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. So, okay. We are only seeing the top screen because the bottom screen is completely irrelevant for the speedrun.
Yes. It is so pointless.
Okay. All right, so for the last game tonight, are we ready on a timer?
I am very ready for this. Honestly, I love Generations 3DS, so I'm happy to have this on the channel again.
Oh, I do like this game a lot. So 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to start off immediately with Classic Sonic and Green Hill Zone. If we get a good time, we'll be like a 17, 18 second time.
God, Classic Sonic really does play with like, it plays like a Game Gear Sonic, but with a very OP spin dash.
I hope you like roll jumping. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. I missed a jump. All right. Well, not the end of the world. So yeah, that's the meta in this game. You roll jump a lot. You spin dash and you roll jump, and you keep roll jumping a lot with Classic Sonic. That is how you go fast in this game. Like 6 taps are the fastest, I think. 5 to 6 taps.
You try doing that on a 3DS.
Yeah, well, I do change my grip actually for fast spin dashes, and I just missed menu there, so don't mind me.
Fair.
'Cause I like switched my grip so I have like an index and middle finger on A and B and rapidly piano keypad. But modern Sonic, what do? You boost and you slide jump a lot. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Right? Okay, I actually did that wrong. Let me try that again. Okay. I just forgot what to do there. There we go. Got back in the rhythm. All right, so when you hit boost pads are very fast, and when you boost, you set your speed to a slower speed. So whenever you kind of don't want to boost when you hit a boost pad. You also want to slide downhill, and if you slide downhill, you want to slide jump a lot to keep that speed. That sounds like a Game Gear speedrun, doesn't it? Because it kind of is a Game Gear speedrun, yeah. All right. You hit boost pad and slide jump a few times to keep that speed. Boost into that spring. After that bit of a flub at the start where I just kind of forgot to do, we're back in the rhythm of things. We're all good. So this game has a really interesting... Modern Sonic has a very intricate physics system that took a good chunk of labbing out. Because like basically, again, boost pretty much sets you at that boosting speed. If you're going faster than boost, but you do not want to boost. And a lot of times you don't want to boost because you want to keep slide jumping a lot. So usually when you boost, you want to either be boosting in the air or you want to boost to accelerate. Now, special stages in this game are required. They are mandatory, and they are basically Sonic Heroes special stages. And most of them is basically you just boost to the end. So what really matters is making sure you just get a clean start. And there's a lot of science to this, surprisingly. Basically, running on the ground unboosted is very slow. That was really clean, actually. So I'm just not going to press the direction while I explain this. You don't have any boost. So what you want to do is get boost as soon as possible. But if you're running on the ground, you are really slow. So you want to be in the air, but you don't want to just homing attack in the air as soon as possible, because if you do that, you will land on the ground and run to the orb, which is slow. You want to jump on the first possible frame and homing attack late enough where you'll land on a boost orb and then boost the frame you land. And that is how you go fast. If you get a really bad start, you can lose like 0.2, 0.3 seconds that way, which is by the special standards, quite a bit of time. World record is a 50.11, by the way. I have gotten world record in actual runs, by the way, because I actually IL'd these because I'm an idiot, and also labbed these out on emulator. 50.15, 1 frame loss. But there's actually a lot of science to these special stages in like special stage 4 onward. But 1 through 3 is kind of straightforward. Nothing special besides the very start. All right. That was special stage 1. Now we're on to casino stages.
Right, there are casino stages here.
Yeah. We got very cycle oriented. All right, we gotta make a very tight cycle here with Classic Sonic.
We got actual playable casino night, unlike the pinball DLC that we got in the console version of Generations, which, to be fair, I like me a good virtual pinball. It's not an amazing virtual pinball table, but you know what? I'll play it.
This should be like a 28, 29. That was clean. The stage layout is exactly the same as Sonic 2's Casino.
Yeah, whatever. That's Casino Act 1.
Yeah, quite literally the same layout. That route is the same as like glitchless Sonic 2.
Can confirm. Have run glitchless Sonic 2.
And you also hate blue blocks. Yes. I literally made an emote for a blue block. That's a follower emote, so you get it for free if you follow me. Hit the follow button. I literally made it just to troll Supersonic and Joey Baby.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. All right. This is probably the most annoying stage with Modern Sonic because it has a lot of luck to it. I know, a luck in a non-boss in a speedrun, but you know.
A luck in a casino stage.
Oh, shocker, I know.
Who'd have thunk it?
All right, so there's a pretty tight boost to get here. Oh, dang it. I was too far right.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna have to take the bottom route, which loses quite a bit of time. It is kind of almost a reset if you're going for like world record attempts, because that just loses so much time failing that. Come on, get up there. Fine. All right, well, it's okay. Let's play this safe here. And then here it is. How long will it take for us to pop out? Fast. Very slow. Be average. Okay. You can lose like 3 or 4 seconds here if you're really unlucky. All right. Well, it wasn't great, but hey, it is what it is. This is probably one of the hardest stages for modern Sonic, so.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's much more difficult to optimize than Green Hill was.
Green Hill's start was just me brain farting because I haven't touched it. All right. So we got the second special stage here. Pretty straightforward again. Again, it's like special stage 4 onward that become kind of more interesting. But the idle record for, I think, 4 of these is 48:03. So we'll see how close we can get to that. So the leaderboards go by in-game time. Brandino and Sushi Squid, the other 2 runners, they prefer to do all of their special stages in one go at the end. And we go by in-game time, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, that was slow. That was really slow. I prefer to just do them like this, where I do them at the end of each zone. There's no wrong way to do it. I just prefer doing this because like this game, for me, it probably causes the most hand cramps, ironically. You wouldn't think so, but if you think about where the D-pad is positioned on the 3DS, and how often you hold down right the entire time because this is a Game Gear speedrun, it cramps your left thumb really quickly. So like having a special stage like this where you use the analog pad instead is so nice.
I do genuinely wish that they had released a model of the 3DS that swapped to the analog circle pad with the D-pad.
That'd be so nice. But we got what we got.
Yeah. The 3DS is a wonderful system, but for as many games as I use the D-pad for, I am very, very sad about its positioning on the 3DS.
And this is a very D-pad game. Like, there is no analog input for, like, modern and classic Sonic. It is, so, like, if you use an analog pad, it is digital.
Yeah.
In this game. Not the case in Lost World 3DS, because that is actually a 3D game. And it quite matters to use the analog pad for that a lot. All right, Mushroom Hill. We want to get a good spin dash here to start off with. This is a stage where having homing attack in classic Sonic saves a chunk of time, but we don't have that unlocked.
I don't believe you unlock it until after boss 1, right?
Homing attack, yeah. So we unlock it pretty soon, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, spin dash there. Drop down to the route here. Wait a bit. Go. Jump off the little slope here. Okay, didn't get that super cleanly, but we'll get a good spin. Come on.
We'll get something resembling a spin dash eventually.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Not the cleanest, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, when you're in a teetering animation, you can't spin dash. That's the case in most Sonic games. Fun fact. If you're teetering in Sonic Blast, you can spin dash. One of the great things about Sonic Blast, and that is relevance in Blue Marine.
Oh god, Blue Marine. I run the Master System version of that game, and it is still a different speedrun. It is a worse speedrun than Game Gear. Don't run the Master System version, run the Game Gear version.
All right, so it's kind of random if we make on top of that loop, which we did not get. I blame Cell Pixels. Fine. And slide down the slopes. That's what you want to do a lot to get speed, and keep it by doing lots of slide jumps. That's the meta with modern Sonic. Slide jumping is fast. Again, this is a Game Gear speedrun. Oh shit.
Ooh.
That's not what I meant to do. We'll wing it. Okay, well, that didn't work.
We wung it right into a pit. It's fine.
It's all good. Okay. There we go. Okay, I didn't get the proper boost jump off of that though, so I didn't make it all the way. That's fine. Yeah, whenever I do the handle 16, expect lots of death like that.
It's gonna happen. It's 16 games.
It's gonna happen. All right. Like that. And we slide down this slope here to get a lot of speed. And then jump at the end of the ring. And then we do more slide jumps.
This is actually the first time where you have, like, screamed doing, like, even a portion of all these different games back to back to back.
Oh, come on, get up there. Mushrooms are great, aren't they? Oh, stop, get up there.
No, I don't wanna.
No, okay. Wall jumping is difficult in this game sometimes. Mushrooms are also hard. Sonic keeps wanting to homing attack when I don't want him to.
No.
Okay, I need to stop being patient and just let him do his thing. I don't know how to play this game casually, apparently. I really don't know how to play this game casually. There we go. There we go. How did I do that casually? Oh my god. Seriously. Oh my god. All right.
All sorts of silly nonsense here, and then immediately just like, okay, I can't play this game casually, apparently.
Yeah, you just brain fart and forget. It is what it is, though. All right. Hey, we actually didn't get an S rank for once. Oh, that's an embarrassment. All right. Special stage 3. Okay, not too much going on here.
What I'm interested in is the question I'd asked earlier when we were flailing with the mushrooms was, is this the first time you've actually like done a stream where you've done like any portion of like a bunch of these different games? Not like within the sub-series, like not like all the Game Gears all at once or all the advanced games, not the like stringing unrelated, mechanically unrelated titles.
Kind of. There was one stream I did where I did a roulette.
Oh god,
I spun
right.
a roulette, yeah, to pick which game I'd run. I only did like 3 games because I ended up getting longer games. So
yeah,
it didn't last long, but
naturally,
yeah. Might see that sometime in the future, but who knows? We'll see. But now that I know all 6 games, that is something I could do a bit more now. But it is awkward because like just due to how like the Game Gear game is like 10 minutes long.
Yeah,
well, like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then you have Lost World 3DS, which is an hour. This game is an hour. Rush Adventure is an hour. Those are the 3 long. It's like a very big, what's it called? Different.
Yes. But I mean,
Lost World 3DS is very long. So it obviously took me the longest to learn. It took me like 3 weeks to learn. I only recently. Pocket Adventure took like 1 week. Oh, because 12-minute speedrun. So short.
Yeah, the reason I ask is because like I can't begin to think about like just the mental gymnastics that you have to do to be able to switch between all the different like controls, like the control schemes and mechanics, like on paper and to the casual like viewer would be like, yeah, it's all just Sonic games. You run, you jump, you spin dash, you homing attack sometimes. No, they all feel so different. Even within some of their own sub-series, they all feel really different. Like Advance is a huge example of that.
Advance 1, 2, 3 all play completely differently.
Yeah.
The only games sub-series that would be pretty similar to each other would be the Rush series.
Yeah.
All 3 of those play very similarly.
Yeah, like I would argue that like I'm just genuinely impressed at the fact that like you are maintaining like, yeah, you're flailing here and there at a couple of moments when you're switching between like Rivals to this game, for example. Like you had that mushroom moment, but like beyond that, like you are maintaining like genuinely very competent speedrun play here.
I've not got subpixel there. Sorry about that.
No, that was like basically 3D subpixels.
Oh, it's weird. All right, well, that could have been better.
I feel like that happened to you in Rivals as well, in like the final zone there.
But getting, sorry. I was
like 3D subpixeled.
I don't, Rivals is really janky. But yeah, there are some janky subpixel shenanigans that can happen sometimes where you just complete stop. Now, this is still effectively a 2D game. All right. Have you heard the full Big Arm theme of this game?
You probably haven't if you've done in the normal game. But no, it slaps. The full version
like
slaps.
Chat, you need to listen to it for like the full 3-4 minutes. It is slaps so hard. You're not going to hear any of it because this boss will be dead in 25 seconds. Spoiler alert.
I remember when Argic like casually played this, he was so angry at how short the boss was, and then he finally heard the full version of the song, and he was so mad about it.
I know, I'm mad about it too. All right, fun fact. So when the boss is, for the last 2 hits, when the boss is like off screen, you can either spawn quickly or slowly, and you lose 1 second each. Get a slow pattern. We got average, I think. 1 fast, 1 slow. I think. Because I think your time can vary between like 24 to 26, depending on if you play cleanly. Might be 23 to 25. Been a while. All right. Emerald Coast is by far my favorite zone in this game, both for Classic and Modern Sonic. I think they did a fantastic job of remaking Emerald Coast and transitioning them to feel nostalgic, but also really fun, really smooth, really pretty, and the music.
Yeah, I genuinely agree with that take.
Like, look at that start there with the buildings from SADX. Okay. Also, we learned homing attack with Classic Sonic, so that's going to be useful.
I also get the malicious fingers reference. Shout out to OC Remix.
You need to focus a little bit. This is a cycle-oriented stage. There's going to be some walls you'd have to shoot down a bit, so I didn't get that cleanly, but that's fine. So jumping, the one minor thing is that a lot of times when you go up loops, roll jumping and or slide jumping into the loop can give you a lot of extra speed. I messed that up. All right, that's fine. Like that. Then it works for Modern Sonic too, because they're like honestly 80% the same character. Because again, this is a Game Gear speedrun. There we go, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, not that though.
It's funny because I remember pitching this game to you, like one time when you were in my chat. This was probably years ago, and I have a vague memory of pitching this to you as like, if you liked the Rush games, and I know you liked the Rush games, you'll like this. And as it turns out, in speedrunning, it's more like, as you said, it's more like a Game Gear speedrun.
Which
is really funny.
That's like, I was not expecting this when I learned to watch and learn to speedrun. It's like, oh, it's a Game Gear speedrun. That's not an exaggeration. You're just holding down right like 90% of the time. Like, look at this. It's a Game Gear speedrun. Look at Modern Sonic. It's a Game Gear speedrun there too. So janky. All right. Classic Sonic. That stage just looks so smooth when it goes cleanly. What's even better is Modern Sonic, who also... Oh man, Modern Sonic for this Emerald Coast is so clean because they basically implemented like the latter half of Sonic Adventure DX's Emerald Coast into this Modern Sonic. So you're going to hear a completely different theme here. Very familiar one.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of lag here. Light jump here. Okay, messed that up a bit. That's fine. And slide into that. Sliding. Get this cleanly. Got it. You're gonna keep all that speed from the dolphin.
Very nice.
Slide through this tunnel here to get some speed. 2 slide jumps into this. Go all that speed. No, I actually lost it there. That's fine. Keep this route up here. If we stop right there, by the way, when I went through that loop, you die. Because stop pixels, I guess. Over that. Jump there, homing attack. 1 slide jump. Then we want to get a clean jump here. Skip all of that. Go. 4 slide jumps. Then hit the boost pad, slide jump to keep the boost pad speed through all of that. And rest time.
Oh, baby.
Big Orca. Get ready. Yell, take this. Take this. He just sounds so angry when he says, take this, and gets the Orca to bonk its head. It's amazing. This game is great. I guess, like, my criticism with this game is, like, while I like this game a lot, it definitely feels like an afterthought in some cases. And you'll definitely see a bit of that in Silver Fight. That should have been Blaze, for example.
Yeah.
And also like kind of we race Metal Sonic in the casino stage. How does that make any sense? So lots of little stuff like that. And there's like almost no throwbacks to like the advanced for the game either, which is unfortunate. But
yeah,
at least you got a Rust throwback.
I feel like it's less like an afterthought and more like a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I guess for me it's kind of like 50-50 between that, because like they obviously put in a lot of love into this game, but there was just a lot of mind-boggling things being made where it doesn't feel like it could have been more. It could have been so much more.
Yeah. It could have been its own unique take on Sonic Generations, considering his obviously storied handheld history.
And they didn't take a stage from Rush Adventure. The last stage in this game is Tropical Resort, which, I mean, I like that stage, don't get me wrong, but oh man, imagine if they took Sky Babylon, the Sky stage from Rush Adventure.
Oh, that would have been cool, actually.
And it would be fit, because it's a difficult stage.
Yeah, like
that was 1 frame off world record.
Oh, wow.
3 frames, never mind.
Like, they could have done Bridge Zone for the Game Gear representation if they really wanted to only do one thing. There were like a number of like different levels that they could have chosen from the Advanced trilogy.
A lot.
They could have chosen one of each from Rush Adventure, and Colors DS for the final era of stages. And like, honestly, like between Game Gear, like literally they could have done 3 Game Gear, 3 GBA, 3DS, and had a great Generations handheld.
I
agree. Not that this isn't great, but like it could have been greater.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen Radical Highway before? I haven't seen it before. I totally haven't seen it 3 times in Shadow's Generation.
Okay, to be fair,
I'm being silly, but yeah. This
I was like, at the time that this came out, Radical Highway is a big deal. And then Shadow Generations happened, and it was suddenly Black Doom's favorite stage.
It really was. All right. This stage it's a very pretty stage. It's, I like to call this Radical Snorefest, because it's, like 60% of it's holding right into something. With Classic Sonic, it's not a very interesting stage. And stuff that's interesting in it are interesting, but got a bit of a skip here to get on the wrong path. For example.
Ooh.
And now we hold right. Or rather, down right. Okay. Now we go across Break Bridge here. Not ideal, but that's fine. And we hold up. And I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Seems correct, yeah.
Yeah. Very uninteresting stage. Thankfully, Modern Sonic version is very fun, very dangerous and punishing and difficult, but very fun.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so Sonic's gonna be the fake Hedgehog in this case and copy Shadow at the start. You'll see what I mean. And this is the one case where boost management is like actually really important. So we want to get Blue Boost, which is basically Rush, this game's equivalent of Infinite Boost from Rush, at the right time for a really big skip in this stage. But first of all, we need to time this for another skip. Got it. We want to burn all our boost here. Ideally, we boost over the Radical Highway tube. You won't get it though, because it's sometimes it's imperfect, sometimes impossible. You want to have a little less here. Hit the robots, got it. We want to be close to max boost. Oh, perfect. Not quite max boost. Now we should be at max boost. And we'll keep Blue Boost going. Skip that. Get some extra rings. Just here. And then once we run out of boost, we want to stop boosting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Run on the underside of that rail, skip that spiral. Ooh. And then the hardest part of the stage.
Oh! The gold beetle, no.
That is unironically the hardest part about the stage. The gold beetle. Not the cool skip I just did, just hitting the gold beetle. You're seeing why. You're seeing why that's very important.
It absolutely snubbed you.
It just killed all my momentum there. All right.
Okay, wall jump time.
Yeah. Missing the golden beetle is very bad. All right, now we're back on the right route. Lost like 30 seconds there.
Back to our regularly scheduled boosting.
Back, yep. And yeah, this looks like it'll be slow. It's not. You want to keep slide jumping uphill here. I know it's not intuitive, but trust me, it's faster. You want to get on the wrong path here. Intentionally. Good, didn't die. Very easy to die there on accident.
It looks like you could easily overshoot that.
Yeah. Slide here, one jump to keep that speed. Get some boost from the rings. And we slide to keep boost past speed here. All right. I mean, we got the cool parts. That's the important part. We got all the cool parts.
Everything else up to missing the gold beetle was genuinely really impressive.
But the golden beetle is like legitimately the hardest part about that stage. I'm not even meaning because the timing window to hit homing attack, that is so tight. I'm just like, how did they expect you to get this casually? Oh my god.
I think the thing is that they genuinely probably didn't, considering gold beetles in SA2 like appear for a little bit and then disappear.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got probably the most interesting special stage here. So, one of the interesting things is that if you're jumping while boosting, you are still going at boost speed. But to make the optimal route, you don't have enough boost to keep boosting all the way. And so what you need to do is basically stagger my boost by doing an extra jump. So you'll see what I'm going to do here. Intentionally avoid the spring, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So I basically just conserved boost, and if I did that correctly, I lost no time doing that. And now if you watch the meter carefully, there we go. Barely enough to keep that going. The alternative is to actually stay on the bottom and jump over the spike balls, but that's very difficult. Even though you can do that without losing any time. We also need to avoid all the springs, so hitting springs is very slow. That was really good.
Yeah, that was really very smooth.
All right. That's usually I get like a 41-30-ish. I think the record's like a 41-15, something like that. So that was good. All right. Shout out to Brandino, the biggest 3DS enthusiast. He got this game in as a backup for GDQ. So like, I mean, it's a backup game, so it's like not a guarantee it's going to be in, but hey, it's still something to be excited over for him.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Here goes.
Like, because if it does get into the main schedule, like, it's a very, very good showcase.
It is a very good showcase. All right, I messed that up a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to be racing Faker, doing lots and lots of slide jumps. Okay. I'm going to keep that speed in the air, going as far as possible. Then we're going to do these slide... Okay, messed that up a bit. Slide jump here, off the slope, and then boost to make sure we clear it.
There we go, that's better.
Okay. Slide jump off that slope, keep that speed going. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Homing attack. Sonic can learn how to stomp in this game, but you don't learn it until after the next boss. So
I think that's right, yeah.
Okay. That could have been better. It's okay. Do I need to get my notes up for this? Okay, so we are gonna fight a bio lizard. And it's a fight, all right. It's a pretty long fight with banger music. So just get your cat gems in chat with me. Because
the theme is supporting me is such a good theme.
Sadly, we cannot cheese this with the HUD spam, like the HUD's homing attack spam, like the SA Sonic Adventure 2 version can.
Yeah, we are sadly locked to a rail, basically.
So what I want to do is boost into it at 19.5 in game time seconds. So stand beneath the closest ring, 19.5 seconds. You can tell I have literal timestamps for consistent boosting just to shave frames because I IL'd this boss like an idiot. Because this is a 3.5-minute boss fight.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Yeah. I like ILing bosses, shocker. Like the past week when I've been labbing out Sonic Lost World 3DS, I've just been labbing out the bosses and ILing them so much. And Brandon was very happy about it because he does not like the bosses in that game. That one we want to boost at 51 seconds. Next one we're going to boost at 1 minute 23.5. We do need to dodge these, by the way. Otherwise, he does an extra attack.
At least they're not homing shots.
These don't matter. We can get hit by these. Two. Okay. Wow, that was frame perfect. Let's go. Next one is 1 minute 58. As I said, long boss fight.
You mind if I recap on a few announcements while we're going through this?
Yeah, go for it. Great time while we jam.
So, folks, if you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events. You can chat with staff and more. Use the ! Discord and Twitch chat for an invite and more information. You can also catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events like the Sonic and the Series events, and GDQ marathons over on youtube.com/Games Done Quick. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ, because Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th through the 10th. That means during those dates, you'll get tons of awesome videos coming out. But also, if you want to attend the event in person, you can register because registration is now open. So be sure if you want to attend the event in person that you get your registration in, and visit gdq.gg for more information on that. And if you ever want to check out Hotfix, if you ever want to submit to the shows, you can, while you're on gdq.gg, go to the /Hotfix page and explore our full season lineup, check out what's happening every week. And also at the top of the page, there's a how section, as in how do I get involved? And you can click the link that you'll find there at the top of the page to be able to submit your runs to Passion Project or Fast Travel if you're from, that's a show that focuses, that's the, show that it happens right before Passion Project. That's a show that focuses on runners that are not in the United States. So if you are a runner from other countries other than the United States, submit to Fast Travel. Or if you run a game that is very accessible without like any sort of like New Game Plus nonsense or any sort of like special tools needed to start running the game, you can just run it right out of its box. You can submit to Out of the Box. And there's a whole slew of other fantastic shows that you can submit to. And yeah, I think I filled that pretty well.
You did. That was perfect timing. All right, modern Sonic has learned how to stomp. But we're going to be playing as Classic Sonic. So next stone is Water Palace from Sonic Rush. So Classic Sonic has a more complicated version here. But also it's a very bottleneck stage because the very end of the stage has a platform that moves every 5 seconds, I think. We want to make the 1:16 cycle, I believe. That's not the ideal cycle, but that's a consistent cycle. You can make it one earlier if you're really fast, but I'm not going for that, so. Okay. Back to back. Get your rush music fixed. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Well, we're probably going to miss the cycle after that. It is what it is. Music's a banger.
It is.
Gonna fall down here. Land on the switch cleanly. Hold in one. Wait on this. We've got a cute little thing that they added that's not in Rush at all, where this robot kind of just chases you in the background. Here are all these gaps. We want to make sure we get like full 6-tap spin dashes. But otherwise, we're pretty much bottlenecked by this robot catching up to us at the end. that. This is gonna be really tight. I don't think we're making the cycle though. I think it's 116, so. Oh, I could have made it. I jumped too low. Was a homing attack that guy to get up here. That's a cycle. Oh well, it's okay. I'll play it safe because there is a gap right there that's easy to fall in. All right. Now, Modern Sonic actually gets the shorter end of the stick, not in a bad way, but it's just he just has a much shorter version of the stage himself. If this goes cleanly, we'll probably get like a 40-ish second time. There is a path swapper-ish glitch in here that is probably you've heard this phrase already. Sometimes frame perfect.
Sometimes
Otherwise,
impossible.
Impossible, yeah, exactly. So we will see.
I've been paying attention.
Usually impossible. There's a reason why this is one of those stages I have not IL, because it is infuriating trying to get the glitch on top of all the other optimizations I'm trying to do. Okay. Make that. Cool. Jump here, slide down, get extra speed. The sliding is OP in this game because it's the Game Gear speedrun. Okay.
The fact that you have said that and just like I've seen it like and like realized it. It's like I'm never gonna let go of the fact that it's like, yeah, if you like Sonic Generations or if you like Sonic Game Gear, you're gonna like Sonic Generations 3DS.
It actually is kind of a Game Gear. We did not get the glitch, by the way, but it is what it is.
I should sell Flame on this game next.
Right, so there is a way to like go in the background if you time a frame perfect jump off of that preceding loop where it was going straight down, and you just run in the background and we'll go to the goal ring. It saves like 3 seconds of in-game time, I think, and you'll lose real time because you lag the game so much. You lose so much real time out of it. It's very funny, but it looks cool. All right, so Special Stage 6 is the only special stage where the first boost orbs are not directly in front of you. Meaning I actually have to finagle a little bit to... like the start of this special stage is different than the other ones where you actually want to do a homing attack as soon as possible, as low as possible, instead of later. And usually we fail to get enough orbs to keep boosting, unfortunately, because it's really tight to get... Yeah, okay. You want to get all 8 of those at the start to keep boosting, which we did not get. That's the really hard part about the special stage, doing it cleanly, but at the end of the day, it's only a matter of like frames, so it's kind of whatever, but it feels nice if you get it, though. Right. We also got these electric blue barriers that are totally not camouflage and impossible to see with the blue background.
Yeah, that was a design choice.
Yeah, it sure was. I literally used 3D when I was learning this game just to like, because it helped with like that perception to identify these. But
oh, you know
I
what?
just
I
have it
could
memorized,
believe
but yeah, these suck. Thankfully, you can just run the ceiling.
They really should have just made them like magenta or red or something, just something that isn't the color of the rest of the stage. Sometimes it's okay to put aside aesthetics for accessibility.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we got the last zone in the game, Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors DS, explicitly DS version.
Oh yeah, because it's the DS wisps that appear here.
Yep, the credits theme shows off every zone in their original game too, and this game shows off the DS version. So kind of a cool little touch. So we are going to see a familiar wisp if you saw the Colors DS run in this stage, but it's also a very difficult stage with a really cool skip at the end. Classic Sonic, so we'll see if we can nail it. But also, this is a very dangerous stage to fall down because it is terrible. If you fall down to the bottom route of the stage, it is terrible. All right. I'm going to play these homing attacks very safely just to make sure I do not fall down. And burst. This is the rest of the stage. Lots of bursts. I need to refresh my burst from that. Then refresh it from this thing. Good, got it. Lights, charge, boom, few taps, full charge up. Delayed medium charge, fall down, take a hit, ideally. Good, because that brings you to a complete stop spin dash. burst again. And now you're gonna see the most gaudy of falls of all time, hopefully. Fuck. Oh, excuse my cursing. Dang. It's so clean if you get that. Unfortunate. All right, we're not getting the yeah, I'm not getting the skip. Oh well, it's okay. You can use these rockets to carry yourself up to the top with burst. I've kind of messed it up already, so I think they're gonna get a little whack. Okay. Oh heck. Well, we need to make them respawn. We'll just pretend that that was intentional. Oop, come on. But yeah, if the ending goes really cleanly and you manage your burst meter properly, you just like eat yourself up with 3 big jumps and ride the rocket to the end, 1 rocket to the end, and it's very slick and clean. All right, we got the last proper. Well, we also have a race, but you have the last modern Sonic stage here. Faster music, a remix of the theme, and you're gonna see laser. All right. We get boost pads, so we want to slide jump a lot to keep that speed, because boost pads are faster than boosting. Kill all the enemies here and not do that. So we can unlock that fully, hit another boost ramp, that speed, and then we boost in the air, hit the loop here. 1, 4. Laser wisp. Lasers are good because they're fast. Let's try that again. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Whatever. We'll work with this. Camera. What is a camera?
A miserable pile of secrets.
Exactly. All right.
Secrets that many developers have not figured out.
That is not what I meant to do, but that's okay. Laser here, go up. Jump over the stage. Ooh, almost died there. Okay, I did die there.
The pit calls.
The pit calls. I can't avoid the pits. All right. This is a very fun, but also difficult stage. So.
I feel like that's the truth for basically almost all the modern Sonic stages.
Yeah,
or
pretty
like
much.
Green Hill, maybe.
Green Hill is a easier one, yeah. Oh.
Hello, balloons.
Balloons.
Would you like to function?
All right, this part might look familiar if you played Sonic Colors Wii. And we go really fast there because we have all that boost pad speed. Right, and now we slide, keep that boost pad speed here. Do not boost here, very slow. You will really notice that you go way more slowly if you boost there. And now we keep all this laser speed because we're going way faster than we're supposed to on these rails, and we just pray we don't get sniped.
Oh my god, you are playing with literal fire, jeez.
Yeah, it's very scary.
You were jumping in front of them, and it was like, are you serious? What are you doing?
It's surprisingly not... It's relatively consistent, but man, it looks very scary, yeah.
It looked like you were slightly off cycle in the wrong way, and I was like, could you not? It's too late at night for me right now. I've been up since 11 in the morning. I'm not ready for this heart attack. I'm normally up much later in the day. So, like, on the day I have to do hosting, I'm up at 11 a.m. I'm like, uh-oh.
One last special stage runner run. Not too much interesting here. Boost management is very tight here, but as long as you don't actually miss any forms, you're good. So, pretty straightforward. But if you are just coming in here, though, we can briefly talk about the Passion Project again really quickly. So this is kind of like, yeah, this is something I've been working on since last year because I got into game collecting, and thanks to my good pal named Josh, the 4th Gen Gamer is his Twitch. And they own a store in New York, a game store that they recently opened called Retro Island NY. Definitely check it out if you're into that kind of thing. And I visited their store and I was like, what's a Game Gear? These Sonic cartridges look really cool. And then 1.5 years later, you're seeing this.
I do remember you sending me the images like when you first bought the Game Gear.
Oh, it's not.
What? Oh, okay. But I do remember the DMs I got from you when you first bought the Game Gear and the carts, and you were like, "So I've started collecting." And I'm like, "Uh-oh."
Yep. And now, like, my project is to do a speedrun of all 16 Sonic handheld platformers. So that's, again, 5 Game Gear games, Sonic Pocket Adventure, 3 GBA games, 3 DS games, 2 PSP games, and 2 3DS games. And I plan on doing that December 13th, and if I enjoy it enough, I'll probably do it more often. All right, but for now, we got to beat up Silver and get our revenge against him after how much he made us suffer in Rivals.
Seems correct.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Skip to my Lou, my darling.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're good. Got the perfect pattern there.
Perfect dodges.
This is basically random when he fires these boxes, and we're going to play it safe. He also is totally not a cheater by just teleporting like that. Absolutely not a cheater whatsoever. All right, so the start of this fight will hopefully go by really quickly. Coming up, so this game has a glitch called a homing attack glitch, where if you happen to if you boost into an enemy to frame you homing attack them, then you will cancel. You will pretty much just keep going forward. It's more lenient than this boss though, and if I get it, I'm gonna get 2 hits really quickly on him. All right, so here we go. Did not get it. I'll try it again.
Egg Emperor Penguin. Shoutouts to Critical Sid for not realizing that this was supposed to be a penguin.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so Egg Hawk.
I didn't know that.
Egg Albatross. Egg Emperor, meaning Emperor Penguin.
Didn't know that. It's all right.
All right, I got to blow someone else's mind a few years later. Let's go.
A full of Critical Sid.
I did that to Sid during his Sonic Heroes run at the second Sonic Ambo series. I think it was Sonic and the Side Quests. And he's like, how did I not realize this? You've actually broken my brain for this. Because all of the bosses, all of the mech bosses in Heroes are obviously Sans Metal Sonic.
Also a nice homing attack glitch. Anyway,
are all birds. They're all birds. It's Hawk, Albatross, Emperor, Penguin.
They are all birds. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, that's an interesting thing to go with.
It's like the least obvious one is Emperor because he is literally just a knight, but he's named Emperor because of Emperor Penguins.
That makes a lot of sense. Right. 17, 18, 19. Pretty straightforward boss if you're going for safe strats outside of the 2 sets of homing attack glitches. If you're trying to IL this boss, pain in the butt, because when he goes to the center, he has a random chance to charge at a random cannon, which is very fast, but that means he has to charge immediately, because that's random also, and also has to charge at a cannon near you, and you have to have that happen 3 times in a row, and get 2 homing attack glitches in a row. Terrible. Also, Eggman needs to get some cough drops.
Also,
I always have to play that out.
Someone says, if this were 9 portable Sonic levels, they wish it were Bridge Zone, Sky High, Mecha Green Hill, then Ice Mountain, Music Plant, Cybertrack. I know Music Plant is a 4-letter word for you. Water Palace, Sky Babylon, Asteroid Coaster. It's I don't know that I agree with Ice Mountain, but I don't know what else I would put there.
I'd probably put Egg Rocket, honestly. That's a pretty memorable stage.
Yeah.
All right. Time Eater is notoriously not a very well-loved boss in Generation console, and he's kind of not great here either, honestly, but
he's better.
Better, kind of. Yeah, so...
The bar ain't high.
The thing is, I was actually... This boss almost made me give up on the Handle 16.
I can believe that.
Because what happens is that it's incredibly unintuitive. So what happens is when he does his hand-clapping attacks, which you'll see in Hit 4, the game prompts you to dodge. Now, if you dodge too quickly, it will not work. It just doesn't work. You have to wait for like 1 second after the prompt, and then you will dodge. Now, he does it again for hit 6. In that case, it's the opposite. You have to react very quickly to dodge. It's bad. It is terrible. It is so bad. I got stuck on that for so long because it is so incredibly unintuitive. And like, if you don't realize that, it is basically a complete crapshoot, and you have to dodge to beat this boss. I literally died so many times because of that. So again, first set of hand claps, you have to deliberately wait. Second set, you have to do it immediately. And I have slow reaction times. It's so bad. It's just like, what were they thinking? But it is what it is. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. Wait, go. You have to like deliberately wait on that. Again, if you do those prompts like early, even when the prompt is visible, it will not work.
That's maddening.
Actually messed that up. There we go. Oh wait, no?
What?
Right. There we go. This also just is not intuitive what you're supposed to do here, but thankfully, whichever direction you go in doesn't seem to matter when I tested it on emulator. Okay. Ooh. Oh dang, that's bad. Because he does an extra attack if you get hit.
Oh.
Fun fact: if you want to beat the world record, my world record got hit and lost 7 seconds on this fight, so you can save time there. I do have the record. I also made a stupid mistake in the Bio-Lizard fight and lost like 7 seconds boosting into it early, so...
Oh.
Yeah, I think the record's like 33 minutes flat, and it's like if I made one of those less dumb mistakes, then like, oh man, that would have been the next minute barrier, but nope. But I think at the time I just wanted to move on to other games.
Yeah, like...
Also, yeah, you can just hold down right here, just like a Game Gear game to dodge this.
I mean, any game that ends with this boss, and there's 2 of them, and I can't believe I can say that there's 2 of them. Any game that ends with this boss can be really exhausting, literally because of this boss.
Okay, these you have to react very quickly to get these. Thankfully, they're not random, so I just memorize them. And now we have to dodge the clock, which is very difficult. You really want to do analog controls here. Did not go far enough. You can go too far and hit the edges of the clock, by the way, because game design like that.
Like that.
You have to tilt very carefully.
Excellent demonstration.
Very good demonstration. Okay, one more. Okay, we're good. And those clocks are random. And I did mention before my reaction time is slower than the average human. I know that like, that's kind of a funny thing I keep repeating, but like I have heard people think that like to speedrun you need to be born with fast reactions and stuff like that. And like obviously they help, but like no, you don't. Like,
speedrunning is for basically anyone at any commitment level.
As long as you put in the time, you can do it. Barring like, I mean, admittedly maybe like physical disabilities and stuff, but like at the end of the day, speedrunning is what you make it out to be and what you make do with what you have.
Make a game accessible like where it normally wouldn't be. Like if a leaderboard doesn't allow certain accessibility options,
do it yourself. You don't need a leaderboard.
Do it yourself. You don't need the leaderboard. And like keep advocating for yourself and for like accessibility. Like there are great communities out there. Like the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom speedrun community allows turbo for all text mashing in that game because it's literally 40% cutscene.
Oh, really?
That percentage varies depending on like what category you're doing. But like I think Glitchless, I believe, is like 60% gameplay,
oh, yeah, no,
40%
that's perfectly
cutscene.
understandable in that case. Yeah. Oof.
But yeah, like
right,
there are plenty of cases for it. Ooh, yeah, we are.
Hold Y. Time.
G.
Why you?
And that's gonna cap off the 6 handheld games in a row. How do you feel?
Yeah. Glad I did this. I need to work on it. But that's okay. We had a good time. That's what matters. All right. That was Sonic Generations 3DS. And very fun game. Again, there are issues with it, but you know, what game doesn't? Hi, Tails. But yeah, I enjoyed doing this. I'm glad I pitched this to you. This seems just like a perfect fit for Passion Project in general. And again, if you're late, this is kind of a taster of what I plan to do in 1 month from now, December 13th. If you like watching Sonic speedruns as a whole, or also Fire Emblem, because I do speedrun Fire Emblem, definitely hit the follow button. Nowadays, I'm currently working on Lost World 3DS, occasionally doing other games as handheld Sonic games as well. But the plan is to do all 16 Sonic handheld speedruns in one go on December 13th, and if I enjoy it enough, I'll do more of it. Yeah, and thanks a lot for having me over. Thanks everyone for the support and chilling and stuff. Anything else you wanted to add, Amber?
Well, thank you again for doing this. And folks, if you have not followed Kirby Masta, please go follow Kirby Masta over at twitch.tv/Kirby Masta with an H. Once again, he's going to be doing the Sonic Handheld 16, which is 10 additional games in addition to the 6 you saw tonight. December 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern Time over on his Twitch channel. And if you missed this show, don't worry, there's going to be a VOD, there's going to be an instant replay of all the shows here, but I just want to say thank you all here for being here tonight, and please look after yourselves and your loved ones. Drink some water, stretch your legs, eat a snack, take your medication or your vitamins if you need to, and remember that you are valid, deserve the best, and the world is a better place with you still here in it, especially as we go into the holidays. I know that holidays can be very difficult. This time of year is difficult for me, and just know that you being here is fantastic, and I appreciate you. But I'll be back next week on Friday, November 14th at 10 p.m. Eastern with a preview show for an upcoming grassroots marathon hosted by the Fast Paced Events team. That's going to be Fast Paced for Pride 2025. So we're bringing on 3 of those runners from that schedule. That schedule releases on the 8th, by the way, so keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be kicking things off with Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut for the 14th. So if you enjoyed this incredible Sonic Showcase tonight, make sure to catch us next Friday. And if you missed out on Fast Travel or Passion Project, stay tuned as we replay both shows after this, and tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Do All the Things in Parallel Universe. Once again, my name is Amber Cyper, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you November 14th at 10 p.m. Eastern.